Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Tonight, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing... I'm sorry, I'm shifting my camera. Whoop. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition. I still haven't flipped the camera, dang it. Playing through the classic Carl Sargent authored Night Below campaign. And with me tonight are the stars of the Night Below campaign. Let me give you guys introduction. If you could tell us who you're playing and what level are you. We'll start off with Dave.
Hey, playing Druin, Axebrother. Dwarven fighter, Elandin, Allegor, level 6. All you need to know.
Dwarven fighter Clangadin? So you're playing an avatar, your god?
Oh, I said Clangadin Allegor.
Oh, Clangadin Allegor. There you go.
The priest of Clangadin, which is also known as an Allegor. He is level 6. He is a surly, nasty, mean dwarf. And tonight I'm pumping it up, cranked it up to Godfathers.
Nice, very nice. Chad will be proud. Next up is Jeffrey.
Everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Kalidor. He is a level 6.5 fighter thief.
Oh. Pretty awesome. Next up is Hobbs. El Jefe Petrolio.
Hello, I am Jason Hobbs, and I mentioned that being my name somewhere else, and they asked me if that was the only two Spanish words I knew.
Did you really?
Yes, and they were like, I go, yes, it is.
See.
I am playing Elanion Elandin, a savage elf earth elementalist of the 5.5th level.
So I'll very quickly tell you this story too, that because so I had when I was younger, I worked at a resort in the mountains in the Canadian Rockies. We used to have a lot of Japanese tourists come through, so I learned some pidgin Japanese, and I guess I only knew a handful of phrases of like, "This is chicken," "Are you finished?" You know, "Hello," stuff like that. And I came up to some ladies, and the phrase for, and listeners at home can correct me on this, but I remember, I think it was, "I'm sorry I don't understand," was "Gomenasai wakarimasen." I'm sorry I don't understand. And this lady, I asked them if they were done, and she said, "Oh," and thought I spoke fluent Japanese, and just started like barraging me with the questions and stuff in Japanese, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I couldn't remember the phrase, so the only thing that came out was "Tori Niku," which means chicken. So this lady heard me say something, and I just started going, "Chicken, chicken, chicken," as I was backing away. She didn't talk to me after that. So last, but certainly not least, is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, and I'm playing Bergour, who is a 7th level dwarven fighter.
Oh. Outstanding. And on his way to 8th.
On his way to 8th.
He's taking a slow boat, but he's on his way.
All boats are slow when you're getting this high.
Yeah, true enough. Do you mean in levels, or?
Well, who knows? He might be,
Yeah.
Bergour, he's got an addiction. In this case, his addiction is to gambling. But,
Yeah.
it's gambling with his life, by which I mean he goes into battle like a crazy person. Because all of these characters are crazy.
All right. So, guys, last time we picked up with our heroes facing a bit of inclement weather. What happened last time?
Sorry. So, the windstorm went off, and we did our best to get to shore and succeeded a little too well, because turns out the boat got a big hole in it, but all the people survived.
Yep.
So, and then we decided that since we were close to farmland, we would go look for a farmhouse and see if they had like tools and stuff to repair the boat, because we weren't going to be able to repair the boat with just what they had. And when we got to a sort of farmstead, it turns out there were a bunch of orcs there with prisoners, and we killed a bunch of the orcs, and we made friends with one of the orcs, but he's off doing his own thing now. And we are now in sort of like a standoff with the other orcs. The orcs that were watching the prisoners, they are not super interested in being massacred like their friends were. So they have to negotiate, it seems like.
How very small of them.
I know.
Let's see here. Is this the correct map? I'm trying to find the map that you guys were on now. That is not it. Oh, is this it? Yeah, okay, good. Let me bring you guys over to Battle Mat again. And in spite of... Well, you know, because I think it was Chael who cast it, I think that silence spell will have come to an end by now. And what you see before you is the 4 orcs over here. Or the 1 orc that's here. Wait, Druin, did you cast silence, or was it Chael that cast silence?
It was Chael.
It was Chael,
I cast, hold person on that 1 orc. That probably got about 8.
Yeah, so there's 1 orc that seems to be like kind of in motion, and he's held in place with this glowing kind of aura around him. There are 2 out of control. No, 1 dead. You killed that giant lizard, didn't you?
Yeah, this one's dead. The other one, who knows what it's doing.
Did I?
Probably ran off after its master.
What did I do? Hold on, I may have... I think I sent that...
Master ran north, chasing the cleric.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let me get rid of that lizard. Instead of deleting it, I sent it to the map layer for some reason. Then, yeah, the other one, the guy went off. That's what I was going to check too. Just quickly see. I just wanted to check the helmet of battle. I was thinking about how this guy was going to react afterwards, and it's not. It is like a restricted version of the charm spell, but I want to give you the benefit of the doubt on this to check and see what the actual phrasing is. So let's see here. Helmet. Here we go. So I think it's a helmet of battle, isn't it?
You didn't tell me what the name of it is, just what it does.
That seems wise of me. Let's see here.
Actually, you did tell me the name in Elvish. If you want to know, it's the helmet's name is Selnor. I don't think that's what you meant.
Yes, it is. The Helm Selnor. That's actually what it is.
The Helm Selnor. Oh,
yeah,
good.
Yeah. Okay,
I can't tell if he's joking.
Here's the charm. So he's got purple eyes right now. And a distinctive personality. What is your charisma again?
My charisma is 14.
Okay.
My charisma.
Okay. I don't think that you've had anyone who's been affected by this survive longer than the one encounter, right?
Nope.
So I'm going to interpret a little more fairly than the dogmatic way. This isn't like command where he has to dogmatically just follow one thing. If you want to call him back, you're aware that you can call him back. He will actually follow your commands until the following day. Or you just want to let him keep chasing after...
I don't know. It's kind of funny to let him keep chasing after the shaman.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't think, even if he ordered these guys to let go of their captives, I don't think they would. So I don't really see that. Doesn't seem like with the way orcs behave.
Okay. So let's just jump into let's see here. Let's jump into this right away here. Is this the one I want here? Hold on. Nope. This? Nope. This. Here we go. A little one for playing the hits for Dave. All right. So then, guys, let's just start at the top of the round. So you guys can see where the enemies are there. Let's just have everyone figure out what you want to do with your round. And
how many rounds did we go last time?
Oh, it doesn't. I don't know, to be honest, and I don't know. We did not go more than 6 rounds because we didn't roll over the dice. So, which spell are you thinking of? Hold lasts quite some time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's 14 rounds. So
Yeah.
I count 5 initiatives in there. So we're probably on the 6th round, probably.
Okay, that sounds
7?
good. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give you guys a favored round. All right, so guys, we're at the start of the 6th round. Hobbs, we're going to have you. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then Hobbs. Nice welcome back. Would you kind of beat my 2?
Before I roll, can I ask? I missed and I haven't watched anything, and I heard the quick thing, but like, are these raiding orcs, or is this an Orcan village, or?
This is not an orc village.
This is a
So we don't-
farmstead.
Okay.
This is a farmstead, and the orcs have taken in hostages. Those 4 orcs that are in kind of an arc there each have a hostage.
Oh, so a fireball's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Unless
well,
you want to kill off the people.
yeah, it depends what your intended goal is here.
Okay.
It's a quick,
They
quick
also,
solution.
the orcs had separated out a girl from the rest of the group, a girl of like 12 or 13, and Bergour and Druin and I think Chael overheard something. Do you guys remember what it was you overheard?
Yeah, not the exact words though, but something of the effect of "she's the one they were after," or I don't know.
The orcs smell fishy. Do we know that yet?
I
She
have.
was gonna fetch a good price, I think, was what they said.
Yeah.
Like they were gonna sell her or something.
And there's a reference to an orc tribe. This particular tribe, Hobbs, has like a white symbol, just like that, on their things. But they made reference to the blood skulls. That's who they would be selling her to. All right, so guys, everyone enter in what you're going to be doing. Or actually, first Hobbs roll.
Here we go.
Here we go. Big money. Ooh, tied. All right. It will be unsurprising for you to learn that they are going to ready actions. Let me check their morale as well.
Kev, to be clear, did they tell us to drop our weapons? Is that
Yes.
what they yelled out?
That was the last thing they yelled out in broken common. Drop your weapons! I will kill them! Double check their... let's see here.
So all 4 of these still have a hostage, or one of them was the
All
girl
4 of them.
that's-
There's about 8 hostages, and each of them has grabbed one of the more weaker variety, like an old woman or another child. Okay. I mean, they're orcs, so they're big and brutish. But I think that having faced so many of them before Bergour and Druin, you recognize when, even in spite of their bestial, the bestial snarls they have in their faces, they seem like they may be putting on a show. You think you may see fear in their eyes. All right, so first up is Bergour. Bergour, what are you doing?
All right. So my answer depends on I moved back into this kind of like farmland area.
Yep.
Am I within the basically can I move where they won't see me, or is it?
I think from where they were, they would have been able to see you carving through their allies.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do is I mean, there is, however, like a giant lizard in the way, and there's other people. I'll give them a chance of not spotting you. So let me just roll a spot check for them.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you moved in. You've tried to sort of hide. What do you want to do next?
Well, I'm going to move sort of this way, and I'm going to shout, we've got you surrounded. Drop your weapons, or we'll, guys, just drop your weapons.
Or we'll form a committee, and then from that committee we'll have a subcommittee, and the subcommittee will decide on what the consequences will be of your failure to free the hostages.
Yeah, basically. Bergour's not a talker.
No. Okay. Next up is Elanion. What are you doing, Elanion?
My plan was to use a cantrip to help intimidate these orcs into surrender.
So what are you thinking specifically that would be?
I was not remembering exactly what the cantrip rules were, so I was quickly trying to look at them.
Yeah. So it's basically it's an effect that isn't duplicated by any other spell.
Like I think I just wanted to maybe have stones kind of shift around me and then have my voice echo out in a scary manner that obviously shows I'm a caster and tell them in release the prisoners and you still may live.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, give me a you haven't shown any other display of magic yet. So why don't you give us a intelligence or cantrip check?
Ooh, a cantrip check.
Yeah.
Is that just an intelligence check?
Yeah, it's just equal to your intelligence.
All right.
And if depending on how well you do, we'll kind of interpret that for how well you.
I want to be under my intelligence.
Yes, you do.
So not very well.
Okay. Now, as you've noted, you have 4 points of Astonishing Fortune available. If you want to re-roll, you're welcome to.
I think I'm going to. I don't want these. Elanion has never been one for allowing innocents to die, if possible.
Yep.
So if this helps that, then I think it's important.
Even in WoW.
That's right, especially.
Why did you attack that animal?
Okay.
That's a direct quote.
That's great. So, yeah, so then you go ahead and move yourself. You can move up to half your combat move, so 4 squares forward if you want to try and be striding in as the stones are rising up around you. Next up would be...
I don't have control of any of the tokens.
You don't control over your token?
No.
Are you on the right layer?
All right.
I only have one layer as a player,
yeah.
I think.
What layer are
If
you
you're doing
on?
arrows, that means you're on the
I forgot which character was mine. I was trying to move Calidor. Never mind. Act like I didn't say anything.
Problem between keyboard and chair.
Always.
All right, so you start striding forward. Then next up is Calidor. Speaking of Calidor.
Calidor will move forward and say, if you let them go, maybe we will let you live.
Okay. And then it is Druin. Druin Axebrother. What are you doing?
So as his action, he'll put his main battle axe away, and he'll drop the other one, so he has empty hands, and he'll walk up. Because he can't walk very fast by using his action. And he'll say, yeah, what they said. If you let the prisoners go, we'll even let you take your frozen buddy there and run off into the woods. Won't attack you.
We see his eyes are like... let me make
I say that in orc. I say that in orc.
Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. Let me see what they do. Oof. Among you guys, who has the highest charisma?
Not me.
Can you beat a 10?
I have a 14.
I have a 9.
Yeah,
I have an 8.
As
Awesome.
Bergour.
This is
Just
where we
to
see
do
the
the
consequences of using that as your dump stat in old school games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, just for context, like charisma bonuses for reaction modifiers with good charisma are the biggest modifiers you can get of any stat. Like there's nothing else that gives as big of a chunk, and it swings the reaction of like random reactions of NPCs in a huge amount. Where's Rilligo when you need him? Oh boy. So
yeah, I won't say anything.
So I think what they snarl and are not a negative. Awesome.
As an elf, as a savage elf, we have negative for anyone but elves.
Oh yeah, right. So they like roughly grab the hair of one of them, who seems to be like has at least positioned himself as the spokesperson, I guess. Grabs one of the young boy, pulls him in like roughly, like hard enough that you'd think that it almost might have pulled his hair out, and then he brings up that at the edge of the axe against the kid's neck, and he's just like, "Move any closer, they'll die. Back up now." And he's not really taking care to keep it away from the kid's neck too, so you can see little rivulets of blood are beginning to run down and stain his linen shirt. They don't seem to be backing up whatsoever. Let's see what this lizard is doing. It turns and is snapping at you guys. Whoop. And it will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's slowly kind of moving over. Its reins are still, like the saddle and the reins are still on its back. And this thing is like I said last time, it looks kind of like an oversized Komodo dragon, but its skin is this very, very pale, like whitish, bluish gray instead. And almost opaque eyes. Yeah. Its mouth full of not huge fangs, but just rows and rows of these tiny things. Great for grinding through your flesh. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of round 6. We're on round 7. All right, Hobbs. You're dominating initiative now.
Yeah.
Kinda beat my 9. Here we go.
Here it comes. So you guys got your actions all prepared? Jeff?
What am I going to do?
Poor Jeff. Oh, man. Your reaction to Jeff. It looks like he actually hit your chair.
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Okay, 7. Nice. Okay, so I'm not until a... Well, actually, he's going to carry on. They've got a ready to action. All right. So then, Bergour, Druin, Elanion, and Caldor, what are you doing?
Well,
Okay, awesome. All right, so then first up will be Bergour and Elanion. What are you guys doing?
Where's the girl that they
girl
said they wanted?
That is green for girl.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put the little net thing on him for hold person. All right.
Elanion is gonna just shift to the side. And
sorry, do you mean the
make a
girl?
motion.
The girl who was separate from before, or do you mean the boy that he's got hostage?
Oh, I was thinking. I didn't know. That's what I thought. One of these had a girl, but no, that's already been taken care of.
There's a girl who's cowering beneath a tree over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the boy. That's a good too.
Okay.
You have free way to leave. He steps aside, clunking his staff to the ground.
Okay.
Emphatically.
Okay. Bergour?
Bergour's still sneaking through the crops, trying to get behind this building so they can't see me.
Yeah, they
This
definitely.
music's for Bergour.
Yeah, they definitely cannot see you.
All right.
Druin, you're up next. What are you doing?
Druin goes to here, and he points at this, or he looks at that one right there, and in Orcish he yells, "Flee if you value your life." And of course, that first word is command.
Nice. All right. So then, I think he's too. He doesn't get a save against this because he's not smart enough, and he's not doesn't have enough hip dice. That's the way that works, right, Dave?
Yeah, 13 intelligence or higher and 6 hit dice. Get a saving throw.
He's neither of those, so he's going to have to flee on his turn. All right. Then it is, and your eyes sort of like flare with silver energy when you do that, and then we see a matching energy come in his eyes. Then
my holy symbol's on my gauntlet, so I point, and the holy symbol is facing him. So
nice. Then next up is Calidor. Yeah, because I'm not until like a 15.
Calidor will wipe the orc blood off of his sword and put it in his thing.
Nice. So with flourish.
Yeah, like make a big show of it that he's.
Yep. Okay. Then it is, no one's a ranger, so no one's got animal empathy, unfortunately. So then it is their turn. First thing that happens is this one orc screams and runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he grew. Oh, he shrank.
You got a little long in the face.
Yeah. Then I'm going to make a... Because the other ones are kind of... It's tenuously how they're all held together. And in spite of being able to hear that one word, echo out with the force or the backing of divine power behind it, that one did break, and these other ones were pretty much ready to break. So make another morale check for them. I'm holding steady still. I think maybe they sort of... The other two ones look at the guy who's got the kid, and they just don't... they don't move. So what they are going to do, the two on the side hold their place. The other one actually steps forward, holding this kid, and he... He says, "You think I jest?" This is in Common, or in Orcish, actually, to you, Druin. Would one of you guys give me a D8 roll, please?
Who's feeling lucky?
Oh. He sinks this axe into this kid's leg. Ah! And the kid collapses underneath it. He pulls it out like it's nothing. If this wasn't a strong, sturdy farm lad, he'd be dead. And then the orc, it looks like he's going over to grab another hostage now too, to replace the one that's fallen. The lizard. Once again, you got no Calidor, you got no charisma modifiers here.
No.
This thing moves to within biting range of you. And is snapping at you. Its head comes up about 4 feet tall. Or rather, the shoulder is, and then the rest of the head is up. Snapping at you and licking the air as if, trying to get a taste of the fear-drenched sweat coming from your body. That is the end of round 7, guys. We're on to round 8. Hobbs, you're still kicking my ass here. Everyone decide what you want to do with your round. Oh, another softball here, Hobbs. Beat my 9.
Look out, here it comes. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 9.
Oh, my mojo worked. I gave you the old hex fingers.
Oh, God.
All right. So that means they are acting... one's acting on a 12, actually. It'll be the first. It's him seizing someone else. Okay. Druin, Bergour, Calidor. Who am I missing here?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Oh, are you ready, Hobbs?
I was trying to find something that isn't on my character sheet that came originally.
Where did I leave that
Something else.
bazooka? I thought I had it around here.
Gold and a second sniper rifle.
On a non sequitur, I saw Jeff Elanion was posted today about, I think it's the anniversary of the release of Thundar the Barbarian, and he's like, "This was a really big influence on me as a kid." Like, yeah, no shit. I played your game.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so the which is an awesome game too for those listening at home who have not yet checked out Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. If you like AD&D Second Edition and you like kind of a science fantasy, weird fiction, weird fantasy kind of setting, his Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea is awesome. Really, really great. And you can see it on this channel on every second Saturday as well. Playing with many of the fine folks that you see before you. Guys, you Bergour, Calidor, and Elanion, you guys are up first.
Is this lizard would you consider the lizard non-hostile or hostile?
I would consider the lizard potentially hostile. Threatening is the way I would characterize it.
So as a non-hostile woodland animal, may I shift the reaction by 2 categories?
I think you've got one problem there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the way I've described this thing? Does it strike you as a woodland animal?
Woodland? Well, I don't know. This is a fantasy setting, woodland animal.
Let me help you out here.
No.
In a fantasy setting, you can absolutely make up words. But the ones that exist already still mean what they mean. So,
all right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, woodland would not apply here. No.
Okay.
But good. I might do, like, if you're trying to do some kind of like animal, like Crocodile Dundee, thing. I might let you try that with a penalty. It's just it's a creature from a completely different environment. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, the wood elf ability that I have. That's what I was thinking of trying to use.
The thing you've got in your favor is that it is, albeit in an orcish manner, a domesticated animal. So you got some stuff working in your favor, some stuff not working in your favor. How does it function for woodland animals?
It says when you encounter a non-hostile woodland animal, you may shift their reaction by 2 categories. This is not a charm and cannot enthrall animals, only improve the reaction of the animal.
Okay. So let's see here.
There's not really a role. I think we've used a role in the past.
Yeah, I think. Well, in this case, because the roles are what part of what gives the game drama, and in this case, there is an uncertainty as to whether or not this will affect it. So,
I think I have some animal skills.
Oh, right, yeah, your proficiencies.
Animal lore, animal handling.
Well, let's do this then. Let's do an animal handling check at -4.
Okay. Do you want me to do it right now? I didn't know where that fit into the...
If that's what you're doing on your action, then yeah.
It didn't give me an option to change it, but I rolled a 4.
Totally fine. Yeah. Okay. So what is Elanion doing as he's walking up towards this?
I think he is just giving it a soft hymn from his homeland. Like a rockabye baby lullaby that softens it.
Okay. You're gonna have to move in a little closer as well too.
Snap. All right.
Yeah. All right. And so Calidor, you can see this thing's right in your face right now. And then Elanion starts singing a song that you're maybe not familiar. Elanion, is this a really old song, or is this something that is like it's something that your tribe sings? More like a folk thing that is unique to your tribe.
I think it would have probably come about after the split of elves, but still old to most people. But Calidor's elven as well, so to him probably not. Okay. But to orcs, certainly, I mean, it's super old, I would think. But
yeah. Well, the reason I ask is whether it would be something that Calidor would have. It sounds like it's a tune you're not familiar with in Calidor. But what the thing does is its head sort of cocks to the side, and its tongue is still licking out, but it's not snapping anymore. Its mouth is closed, and it seems to have its focus on Elanion. Next up is Bergour and Calidor. What are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, I got my shield raised up to sort of keep this thing back from me, even
Okay.
though Ian has
Yeah.
done something to it. And actually, I'm going to step back and I'm going to whisper to Druin. I'm going to say, "What's our play here?"
Okay. Bergour. You heard this
All right.
cry of this kid out there.
Yep. I'm gonna move over to here, sort of peek around the corner,
I think with
see
those,
that the kid got.
yeah, from like well, from where you are, those bushes there would probably conceal, give great concealment for you, so you can see him over there, but they can't see you.
Yep. So I'm trying to decide.
These would block line of sight, I think. Like if what you want to do is try and move up closer, they
Yeah.
likely would move hide line of sight. And these crops, it's late summer, so these fields are full still as well. And it'd be a
All right, then I've still got a little bit of movement. Move. How many did I move? I can't remember if I have one more or not.
you can take one more if you like.
Okay, well then I'll move up into the crops. I'm still sneaking forward.
All right. Then it is. Let's see. It'll be some of. I think I'm on a 12, so Druin, you're up before me. What are you doing?
Druin makes eye contact with the one who hit the kid
Yep.
and tells him, "Flee with your friends, and the rest of you take your held buddy here."
Okay. So, and you activated your effect again?
Yeah, I have 2 commands per
Yeah. Okay. All right. So he, is snarling, and there's a look of just like, like as if like realization kind of hits him. His eyes flash silver as well too, and instead of grabbing the lady that he was going to grab, he turns and runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna make a morale save for the others again. Oh my goodness! I looked down. I thought it was a 2. It was a 9. So the others throw the hostages forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only gonna give them 4 squares of movement, but they are starting to flee. So then we can speed things up now, guys, because basically those ones are going to run away as much as they can. The other 2 are going to recover, look back, and then in all likelihood are going to flee as soon as they've seen that they're friends. Yeah, the first one who fled is for sure fleeing. Yeah, as is the one who hurt the kid. So if you guys want to try and take these guys down, the unfortunate thing is they're going to benefit from the same cover that you guys had when you came in. They only need to make it to the edge and into the field, and you're not going to have line of sight to them if they crouch down.
Yeah, how long does flee last?
Flee only lasts 1 round, but what basically is going to happen is as soon as they they collect their senses, they're going to look around and see that all their allies ran away, and then I just rolled morale saves for them. They're going to boogie.
Well,
as well.
what I'm thinking is, since I would know that it wouldn't last for very long, I would do my best to rush up to the edge so that I can pop out and give a dwarven battle roar or something to make sure that they're going.
Move yourself like 2 rounds worth of movement.
1, 2, 3.
And when what do you call it? When Druin calls out "flee," like it's in the film version of our campaign, that's when his voice sounds like Galadriel. It goes to that weird like "free" kind of thing, and then his voice goes back to normal. You would recognize that, having spent 2 years adventuring with him. What's going on?
Okay, so
I'm rushing up to the edge of the crops so that I can pop out and give a dwarven battle roar in case they weren't sure that they were leaving.
And Elanion, if you continue on with what you're doing, this massive lizard will actually move up beside you, and then sort of like it kind of licks you a little bit, and then if you continue on with your handling or whatnot, it moves itself to the side as if like waiting for you to get in the saddle.
Oh, nice. That was my lizard rider move.
I figured as much. All right, guys. So, the last you see of them, Bergour, you give a good mighty roar, but they are disappearing into the fields. The orcs have fled, at least the surviving ones. There is, however, that one that is held.
Druin draws Urfalak, his magical battle axe.
Yep.
He knows he's got a few seconds before the spell wears off.
Yeah.
So he looks back at Bergour and then over to Elanion and Calidor, and he's like, "So I didn't promise to let this one live. I told them to take him, but they didn't. So I guess he doesn't really need to survive, does he?"
He's just one more orc causing trouble.
Yeah, he's about it's about 50 seconds or so before, like less than a minute before the spell ends on him. I
could just split his skull right now if you want.
Are we going to interrogate him, or are we just done with it?
I think he's waiting for you to.
Well, here, I'll come up and, get ready to grapple him in case he, sheath my sword and put my shield on my back and get ready to grab him if he comes out of it.
Yep. So as soon as he comes out of it...
Druin said... I was going to say.
What's that?
Dave's deciding.
Druin was going to say something to the orc while Bergour was doing that.
Yeah, go ahead. What does he say?
You have two options when this spell ends and you can move again. You can be calm, or you can fight and we'll kill you.
Be cool, Ringo. Be cool. Okay. So what happens is the glow goes off, and he was one of the ones who was armed with a spear and an axe, and you can see the tension in his muscles leaves, and that glow around stops, and he is looking at the two of you, and he says, "You will let me flee."
We want some information first.
I'll give you nothing. Or what do you offer, dwarf?
Your life.
What do you want?
Last time a Langedin dwarf spared a Grummish orc. Huh?
Yeah. He looks down at the things. 2 axes. The rest of you guys can feel free to jump in with this guy.
Yeah.
Why are you guys here, you orcs? Just a raiding party?
Fodder to sell. We heard our shaman knew that one, and he gestures over at the girl. She would be of value, and these food and slaves.
You got any more raiding parties in the area?
These lands will be crawling with orcs soon.
Yeah, but now?
What do you see, dwarf? Do your puny eyes fail you? It's true, I suppose. You can only see in your filthy tunnels. Or is it only gold you see?
Clearly, these aren't as strong as the orcs to the south with the skull and the arrow on their emblem. I've never seen you guys before.
You've seen them, then?
We're on the north side.
Yeah.
They trade. One thing you guys can notice, as disgusting and as filthy as these orcs are, they live a much more rough life than what you guys do. There is not the distinctive smell of fish that you've smelled on the orcs from the south of the what do you call it? The Churnet River. I got Brandywine in my head, and I'm like, it's not that. Get out. But Brandywine is like, is it Brandywine? Is it Brandywine? No. Stupid brain. So, what do you wish to do? Any other? What's your next question? Now may I go? We will face you another time, Twin Axes.
Maybe we'll come visit you in the Great Rock Dale.
If you wish to die,
you can't be that many. Look how quickly you fell this time.
You
have to have hundreds there for even me to be worried a little bit.
You are alone here, orc or dwarf. Your weak and pathetic god will not protect you in the Dale. We grow strong in there, and we will soon come. Your holes in Citadel Silver will not keep you safe. Your farms are open and weak as a babe to us. You
Tell your
ask
people
of hundreds.
we're coming.
Our orcish axes will fall upon you like a rain of steel and blood.
Well,
So
when you
free
return
me.
to your people, tell them that Druin Orcbane is coming.
And hell's coming with me! Oh, sorry.
Oh, the more glory for
And I
us.
have powerful friends.
Why did you not bring them with you?
We just slaughtered all of your friends in seconds.
He's
Should have brought more.
Your trickery will not keep you safe. I will be back. And I will kill you. And I will rip your beard from your face.
Druin casts Silverbeard. This beard will never be touched by you or any of your family.
Why would you use magics to make yourself more ugly? Why does this elf move?
No.
He points at you, Calidor.
I
thought you were honorable. Your pathetic code. It's why you will all die.
Where's the wounded boy? I'm going to walk to the boy. Where's someone over here?
He's probably around near where Calidor is. Is that where you were headed, Calidor, to help that kid?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing.
Okay, I just ignore the orc now and I walk over to the kid.
Okay.
See if I
So
can
he looks back at you,
help him.
Bergour. You're the last one. You have an attack of opportunity if he tries to move, so he's waiting to see what you do. Right now,
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna kind of wave him on, like, okay.
and he turns and runs away, and he's crying out, "You will all die! You'll all die!" And he is gone. All right.
Now, I know orcs are all kind of ugly and hideous and, but I wouldn't take mental note of what that one looks like. Like, real hard. Like, I'm going to think about it for, like, the next 10 minutes, maybe half hour.
Absolutely.
Because I want to recognize him.
you could, I think that it sounds like the hot, burning fury has served as the forge to heat the metal of your memory, so his name is forever stamped as if etched onto steel. So you will...
What was his name?
You never got his name.
Oh, yeah.
I think, so his distinctive feature... oh, you know what? Why don't you give us a percentile roll there, Dave?
Some random orc generator thing.
Yeah, I got. There's something. Almost every modern game has. Even old school games all have like little tables for adding quirks to NPCs. Even the original AD&D DMG had something like that. I think. How's my? Oh, you never were a AD&D guy. You were a basic BX guy, right?
Oh no! Back in the day, we played them all the same.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when I was young, I only really started playing BX.
Hobbs, you're still a spring chicken. Come on. When I was young.
I'm talking about when I was 10.
Yeah, I know.
40 years ago.
See what I did there? Toss you a compliment and you had to insult yourself.
That's my gig, man.
That's called a joke riposte. All right. 1 second. Here we go. No, that's taverns. Well, here we go. All right. Oh, my goodness.
I feel like Druin is like singing the Pearl Jam song, Elderly Woman Behind the Counter in a Small Town. Hauntingly familiar, yet I can't seem to place your name. Oh, God.
All right.
This guy I shall remember.
Yeah. Man, I clearly can't. Maybe it's in the original. Anyway, let's... Oh, I could have just gone to the...
What are you looking for? NPC quirks?
Yeah, it's in the DMG. I got it right here. It's in the 2E DMG as well. I just decided to be clever and go to the Pathfinder 1E Game Mastery Guide because there's a ton of great tables in there. But I think that table's actually in the Pathfinder core book, not in the DMG or the Game Mastery Guide. So let's see. Here we go. He seemed to have some specific tattoos, like scarification on his face. And there's similar scarification on their other faces. You would guess it's something like a mark of station or like achievement within the Orcish tribe. So you would definitely mark, there's like 3 on one side and 1 on another. So you'll if you ever ran into this guy again, you could definitely, see him. So, guys, with that, Calidor, you do not have medicine, right? Or heal?
No, I excuse me, have any medicine actually.
Druin, you do now, though, right?
I have healing, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you give us a healing check? The kid's not going to die necessarily, but let's just see how much you can mitigate the injury to his leg. Pretty good. So he's definitely gonna. It's not terrific. He's definitely gonna bless you. Yeah, he's definitely gonna walk with a limp and such. But you're able to bind that. Once the orcs are in full retreat and the last one is gone, you guys start the farm hands and the farm people all start taking their the nooses off and all come running over to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have
use a cure light wounds on that kid. Will that help him?
A cure light wounds wouldn't hurt. I don't think it necessarily helps with a specific injury, but it would definitely knit most. Oh, actually, give him.
He's got an axe in the leg. He's probably bleeding or something.
Yeah. Give us a. Well, I think with your healing roll, you've treated the axe or the actual wound. It would heal fairly well over time. But go ahead and give us a roll for your cure light. Let's see how much you restore. So he's still injured, but it's not nearly as bad as what it was before.
Okay. Well, there's probably other people who are injured. I don't know if any of us really got hurt. Anybody get hurt?
No, not really.
I don't think anyone got hit.
I got hit once, taken on an opportunity attack where you rolled a 20, but I only got hit for 2 points, so it's not particularly bad.
Yeah, that's right. Chael, I think, was the one who was the frontline fighter.
Chael got the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Chael took a beating.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will.
So, Elanion, you're actually able to grab the reins on this thing if you choose to. So you've got this thing under your control now.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it has like any gear on it.
Yeah, it does. It's probably got like a brace of orcish javelins on it. It has like a bedroll. It's got, orcish bedroll as well. There is. Give us a 3d6 roll, please. Very nice. There is 240 gold worth of assorted coins inside the saddlebags.
You got that, Bergour, Arlen?
think,
What?
Arlen, are you keeping track of treasure or no?
I have not been, but I can.
I think Dave has been, hasn't he?
Dave is
Sorry, what was it?
240 GP
240 gold.
When John hasn't been here.
is. I'm going to ask one of the people around. Are there any other farmsteads between here and the Great Rock Dale?
No. To draw it directly as the crow flies from here in, there is not. No.
So would that mean that we could extrapolate that they brought this treasure with them? Because they didn't take it from here, I'm assuming.
It may have been all, like, if they are a roving band, it would not be unusual for him to keep his valuables on him.
Okay.
Druin looks over and goes, "Do we need that?"
That's what I was wondering, if it was these people's or not. Yeah,
You know
so we
what's
could just...
in there as well, too, Hobbs, I think. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Hobbs, give me 2 percentile rolls, please.
59 and 83.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Wonder if we should bring one of those
wow.
paladins over here.
Okay, so there are vials, or not vials, but there are concoctions in here as well, too. Why don't you give me a 2D, I think 2D3 roll, Hobbs, 2 times. Okay. So, one of these has 3 doses. No, 5 doses, sorry. 5 doses, and one of them has 4 doses. What you find in there... Well, and I think Bergour and Druin, like, you pull out these things, and it's like, one of them is... it's sort of... It's wrapped up into a leaf of some kind that hardens, but you can feel... There's a little bit of, like... If you open one up, there's some, like, powder that's in them. And what Bergour and Druin say is, like, there are... For lack of a better term, basically these are orcish combat drugs. So orcs will take these things and consume them either before they go into combat or while they're in combat. The first one is...
It's the one with 5 doses?
The first one is... The orcish name for this, I think, would be... Bloodburn. And it grants you for 1 turn plus 50% to your hit points.
Damn, Bergour.
So you have 5 doses of Bloodburn. And the second... Let's see, what'd you roll? 83?
I won't touch it.
The second one is you have 4 doses of this. This is... I think they call it Rage Heart. And this grants you plus 5 hit points for 1 day. So, first one grants plus 50% hit points for 1 turn. And the other one will grant you... plus 5 hit points for 1 day. Write down your XP for that. All right.
No way I'm using any of that.
No?
They're merely tools, Druin. Sometimes tools are necessary.
Well, I think that, I mean, there was recently with another adventuring group, there was a pretty scandalous doping story that came out. So the International Committee for Testing Adventurers.
Bergour's got plenty of rage already. He doesn't need to add roid rage.
Just think about it, though. 40 extra. You'd have like 120 hit points for a turn.
Yeah, but they have so much trouble hitting me. How am I going to use them?
It's not just against orcs. Could be against a dragon, or it could be against anything.
Maybe you start growing tusks too.
So,
I don't know. Might be.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dirt Elf, maybe that'll help you from not getting taken down in 3 arrows.
When was the last time that happened?
We were fighting gnolls. Well, that was a while ago.
It's like a year ago game time. So,
Jeez.
Well, I remember
One
there were
time
some
we
like
go down in a fight.
crazy
Jeez.
long, crazy bows that were doing a ton of damage, and our doormen and the wizards were getting pelted. That's all. I remember.
so guys, with these people recovered, I mean, there are probably 2 of their number that died in the course of the raid. But yeah, the girl goes running over, like finally leaves the tree and goes running over to her parents, and they're extraordinarily grateful for you. They ask who you are and what you're doing here, and they when you guys tell them who you are, the reaction is just like, "You're the heroes of Heronshire. We've heard the stories were true." They're just
The boat breakers of Heronshire too.
the bow breakers.
Yeah, our boat broke. That's why we
Oh,
came
boat
looking for you guys.
breakers.
Oh. I thought he said oath breakers. I was like, what the hell have you guys been doing while I've been gone?
They start
No,
murdering
boat-
people.
boat-
Ugh.
Boat breakers, BOAT.
Yeah.
Breakers.
So the if you ask about the materials and the craftsmanship that you need for it, they have those materials in the barn. So they will most certainly be able to help you get the boat repaired, get it back to seaworthiness. They also insist on stocking you up with food and such. One of the what do you call it? One of the women, or one of the men, I think, will ask you, can you, like, will you hunt them down now? Will you ensure that they don't, will you find them and kill them and make sure they don't come back again?
No, we're not able to right now. But
We got other business, but we're coming back this way soon.
Soon we'll be dead.
we're heading to Thurmaster.
And one of the other, like, it's like, no, just shut up. Like, they're not, this is the life we chose. This is the life we live. We can't rely on them all the time. We are grateful that you drove them off. And I trust that they won't come back again.
Those ones definitely not.
Druin looks at them and says, I fear that they may come back, but we're heading to Thurmaster and on to Palfrey's Keep. We travel
How
with
far-
some paladins in St. Cuthbert, and I think we'll employ the lords of the land to send some defenses your way.
I was going to say, how far are we from Thurmaster?
About a day and a half or maybe 2 days travel.
So
It'll be 2 days of travel. You'll also arrive in Thurmaster partway through the second day.
Elanion will ask Druin more quietly if he sees anything obvious that we could do for maybe half of a day to like replenish our stuff while we're doing all that to help their defenses in order to keep them safe. As safe as they could be, maybe, to help them deal with something like this.
Do we see any, do they have any strapping young lads or?
Not, I mean, there's, the men folk. The 2 dead ones are probably the ones that are that would have been the most capable and probably put up a fight. The rest, I mean, they're farmers and they're sturdy in the way that like working on the farm gets you, but they're also not, they're not terribly well fed. They're not soldiers. They're not, they, excuse me, the equivalent. I guess like what you guys would think of as these are ones that like you could have taken these guys down with probably with your bare hands. You could defeat and kill these guys. Any one of these farmers, and it would be an orc. Good luck.
Like what I mean is like if we could put up like roll the earth up so there were some berms or buttresses to make it harder for them to get in, or give them a place to hide if they have a cellar, or give them
that's usually the strategy. Is for them if they see that there's an army on the march. Like there's 1 or 2 of them that are old enough to remember. I always said that a few years back, before the time of the Giants' War in Threshold, there was a hobgoblin horde that came out of the Great Rock Dale, but it was Kuiper and a militia that he put together that drove that thing off, broke the army, and then drove them back. That's usually the case. It's rare that orcs would raid from here. Goblins sometimes, but goblins are more pests than anything. Orcs, this is something new. So, yeah, and I think like you guys have talked about this with Kuiper and with Geralt before, and I'm not sure. You don't know one way or the other because maybe just you haven't explored it in detail yet. But he's never mentioned orcish raids coming out of the Great Rockdale, at least not in the past. So,
I'm willing to use like a couple charges from my Move Earth rod to like maybe help create some of these buttresses or something while the people are deciding and growing familiar with my lizard steed.
Yeah, sure.
As I'm doing so.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, you can ride along on this. If you do hop on this thing's back, do you have land-based riding as a proficiency? I think you've got unspent proficiencies though, right?
I probably do. Yeah, I haven't spent anything.
Yeah, if you spent anything, and you're level 6 now, aren't you, or 5?
I have enough to be 6, but I haven't trained to be 6th yet.
Okay, so then, well, this will work out well. When you hit level 6 and you get your training, I think every 3 levels is when... Is it every 3 or every 4 that wizards get it? Non-weapon proficiencies.
Don't know.
Let's see. If only you had a copy of the Player's Handbook.
I've never played a character this far in 2nd edition.
Non-weapon wizards get them every 3.
Yeah.
They get weapon proficiencies every 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So with Elanion, then, I mean, when you train, you could definitely invest. I think land-based riding is only 1 proficiency slot too. So
okay.
Something to consider. All right, but this thing is, it's definitely under your control now. See, it still doesn't like the orcs all that, or the dwarves all that much. Me either. If you ride this thing close to them, it kind of snaps at them. But all right, so let me do this. Let me put this to the back.
If that thing bites me, Elanion, I'm putting it down.
Relax.
You say if, like there's, the potential for 2 options there. I think it's when that thing bites one of us, we're putting it down.
Easy.
Okay. Now you should have control over it now. Let's check its hit points.
All right, chat. Let's hear it. What's a good name? What's Elanion going to name this pale lizard?
Mm-hmm. Give us a 3d8 roll, please.
I think it has to be something like White Walker or something.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
19. Nice. That's plus 3 as well, too. It's got 22 hit points.
Nice.
Okay, and bottom overlapping. There we go. And then I'll let you out, sweetie. Okay. Its AC is a 5. Its movement is 15, which means it moves. It has a move of 50 as a combat move.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty fast. And its Thaco is a 17. It has a bite that does 1d8 damage. Oof. And if it gets a nat 20 on the attack, it does double damage. And its jaws lock, so it can keep automatically doing double damage each round thereafter. Until a Ben Bar's Lift Gates check gets them free. So that is pretty badass. All right. What do we got names here? Fluffy, Godzilla, Charmander. These are great names. Some names from chat.
Charmander. We got some Pokemon fans in the chat.
Blizzard. Blizzard the lizard from Chrome.
Blizzard lizard.
He's a white, lizard, so I can see where that came from, yeah. Oh, jeez. So what are you thinking here?
I think Blizzard's got to have 2 Zeds though.
Yeah. So the Druin asked whether we should you want to give money to hire defenders in Palfrey's Keep. I mean, like they don't have the money to do that. They would have to put someone up here, and like, how many defenders do you think would be sufficient? It took the 4 of you drove them off, but they appreciate the offer. But I don't know if they. Let's see here. That one lady might take it. Let me see here.
Well, what's 240 gold for, mercenary hiring kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't know if they would. If they had that money, it's more likely to go into hiring laborers to replace the 2 men who died.
No, Dave's saying the gold that we just took from the orcs that
Yep.
we could put that towards.
No, I'm saying is that if you're giving that to them, they've got, like, there are things that are more important to a farmer than just having guards. They just lost 2 of their farm hands. They're going to need to hire people to help with that. If you're going to give them money, they'd probably spend it on that.
Yeah, but I'm saying we take that money into Palfrey's Keep and say, hey, Lord Palfrey, how much manpower does 240 gold cover? And can you send it to the farmsteads to patrol to give them some defenses?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like...
Maybe we can just talk to the paladins. Let's talk to the paladins and let them know that the orcs are raiding south.
Yeah.
Maybe they can arrange for something.
The trouble is, like, it's... So, like, the reason that the rangers have their role here is because, and are so important, is because it's, like, most of this area is really a wilderness. So, you guys are able to make some pretty good distance over, traveling up and down the river. But, I mean, having these guys go on foot, kind of just, like, traveling around the farms, maybe it'll help, but, the likelihood of them being in the right place at the right time to interfere with a raid along here, it's a pretty wide stretch of land. So, it's a good idea in the sense that, like, your heart's definitely in the right place. I think your characters would know whether that would be good value for money in terms of making these people actually safer. Does that make sense?
You want to give them the gold anyways? You want to give them some of it?
Yeah, for sure. Give
Like,
them
you
some
could
of
definitely
it.
do that. Let me see what that would get you. Let's see here. I mean, that's assuming that there are hirelings available. What did you hear about... about what are the rumors you'd heard about Thurmaster?
Uh-oh, we got rumors.
Do you guys remember what you heard about the rumors about Thurmaster?
Isn't it been under siege or something?
Yeah.
What?
What happens when you don't show up? You don't know the story.
Jesus, Dave.
You see.
Hey, you poked the bear earlier.
So you definitely could. So in terms of like, you could hire.
Okay, I'll let the snark go.
Yeah. You could like. The trouble is with the hirelings, like, assuming there were people that are there, if you had a place to situate them out of, you could, if you had, say, like, established, you took an abandoned farm and set it up as a fort or something like that, a place for where they could do that, then you could hire the people and you could set them on patrol and whatever, and they'd have a guard post that's there. To just hire them and say, go wander around from the farms, I think that if they did do that, it's not going to be terribly effective. What they might just do is be like, so they're never going to check on us, right? Let's just take this money and, and be done with it.
Jeez. They're so bad.
Yeah. Well, so, but I mean, you could talk it over. It's maybe something to talk over with Lord Palfrey. This is part of Heronshire that is within his domain. They're the ones who are paying taxes back to him. So maybe there's something more that he could be doing. They're probably helping you, helping fill you in on this. Oh, you don't have a way to get word to the Rangers either, do you? Short of sending Max, running back. So, well, let's bring the other characters back. So, what you are able to do is, Elanion, you are most certainly now in possession of a riding lizard. So, we said it was 2 hours for you guys. I think it was 2 hours that you got here. You get the materials you need, and then head over back to the boat. You meet up with the two knights and the merchant, and I'm assuming you guys fill them in on what's happened here, or I mean, they want to know what the hell's going on with the lizard. Elanion, what do you say?
Who wants to know?
The two knights.
Oh, the two
when they
knights?
see the lizard coming over the hill, both of them draw blades, and then realizes you coming kind of down on this thing.
Is this lizard going to be okay on the boat?
The first thing that Sir Arturius looks and there's surely a story behind that, eh?
Indeed.
June's gonna on the way before we leave the farm or whatever, he'll bring a piece of orcish armor or something that's got their symbol on it.
Sure, yeah. So you got that white claw thing, or the white hand symbol that's on it.
White claw.
Yeah, is that your name, your lizard? Was that a suggested name? Oh, no, I actually meant the sigil. I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I realize that, but White Claw makes me think of the drink White Claw. That's why I started laughing.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like a seltzer water drink that people accidentally get drunk on in the States.
White Claw, no. Have you guys heard
Maybe
of that?
I'm wrong.
Maybe it's an American thing.
Right?
Pretty
So
sure
it's
it's White Claw.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, is it like a cooler or something?
Yeah, basically.
Seltzer, hard seltzer. That's
okay.
the new thing. It's like one of the first ones, and it's like
Got it. Yeah. It's like Zima.
5% alcohol.
Yeah. A girl drunk.
But see, dudes are drinking it too, and that's the whole deal. Is they're making,
Yeah.
they're saying, "Hey, we're getting drunk on White Claw." That's why it's funny. That's why I started laughing.
Yes, sorry, I had no frame of reference for that. All right, so you guys get back, and you have that piece of armor. It's got the sigil on it as well too. And they, you guys bring over the tools, and Nicholas will get to work right away on trying to repair the boat. He'll be working through the night and into most of tomorrow. The knights ask what's come from this? Orcs?
Yep. We found the farmstead because there was, smoke rising and all that sort of stuff. And when we got there were a bunch of orcs. 2 of these lizardy, scaly things, and a whole bunch of orc foot soldiers, and a couple of shamans, and one kind of leader guy. And we killed off most of them and drove off the rest of them, so that they had taken hostages. They were really interested in one kind of younger girl. Seemed to think that they could sell her for a profit or something like that. And
The 2 of them
yeah,
look at each other. They said, sell them to who? Are there slave markets in the Great Rock Dale?
There's an orc tribe brewing in the Great Rock Dale. Apparently they're reaching out.
These guys were selling it to the orcs of the south.
But they're tribes from the north.
Yeah.
But what he was asking, Sir Maynard was asking was whether there are slave markets in the... Because what you guys said is that he was selling them, but you didn't say to who. So he inferred that it was slave markets within the Great Rock Dale.
yeah. We think that they were going to sell him to the orc tribe that has infested Broken Spire Keep, the fishy ones.
Really? Why? Why her and not the rest?
Maybe she's like a hedge wizard or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they seek casters. They seek spell chuckers.
Well, remember these guys are all paladins of both paladins of St. Cuthbert, and had originally come down here partly in search of and in support of the missing clerics, the missing emissaries that were sent by the the ecclesiastical council in Threshold. So they know that, and they say so. It's known among these creatures that this is Sir Arturius is known amongst these creatures. Then that there's a bounty for them. This is worse. This grows worse then.
So did we not tell you about the bugbears?
You guys have shared them, but if it's not those you said were afflicted with that that substance, the liquid that steals their minds. These, however, you said were not so afflicted. They sought to sell. If they had the wherewithal to sell and were not enraptured, that means that beyond the ones that are enthralled to those cold ones that you mentioned, surely then they're also having agents act for them even when not directly under control of those cold ones. That is troubling.
Indeed. Also troubling that it's not just goblins harassing the farmsteads along the north side of the river. That orc tribes coming out of the Great Rock Dale will now attack in large numbers.
I've heard of a powerful wizard who lives in Threshold or in Thurmaster as well. Is it a coincidence?
Over at Elanion.
Sorry?
Druin looks over at Elanion.
Elanion looks back.
Powerful wizard in Thurmaster.
There is a wizard in Thurmaster. Powerful is not the word I would use to describe him from the one time I met him. But, everybody's got that sort of, layers underneath their surface and all that sort of stuff. So who knows?
I haven't been in Thurmaster in some time, I say.
Sir Reynard kind of nods. He says, such more so than most, the wizards seem inclined to, like large ponds, have hidden depths. And if they have power, if he is of power, as they say, what role does that play in these newfound attacks by the lizard men? Have they been press-ganged as well into capturing, or this is most troubling.
The time quickly comes where we'll be unable to stem the tide of evil, and we'll have to root it out at its source, my friends.
And
don't pay attention. He's the dirt elf that we keep along to make weird pronouncements.
I don't know. It kind of went right with the music. I thought it was perfect.
Sir Reynard looks at you and he says, what do you mean to that? To seek them out beneath the earth?
Indeed.
Whoa. In the night.
You would venture into the night below?
Indeed. Finally. We figure we'll get there by episode 100.
Time comes. This is 92. We got 8 more. We're going to hit it on 100.
This is 91.
Oh, this is 91. We're going to hit it on 99.
So, unless there's anything else, you guys, I think that if there's anything else you want to ask of them, then otherwise it really is just a matter of making camp for the evening, letting Nicholas work, what he can while until he's too tired to continue working, and then finish the work off tomorrow.
Druin will help.
Does Druin have? I think
he doesn't have the skills or knowledge, but he can labor. So if he's got a cut or he's got a hammer or whatever, like just show me what I got to do.
Okay.
He's a blacksmith, so
yeah. So you can. There's some degree that he could help out. Let me find. I wisely tidied up in here. I can't find anything I need now. There we go. Here we go. That's what I need. This is what I need. Guys, don't worry. Don't worry. We found it. Wood. Let's see here. Let's see here. Jeffrey, would you kind of give me a D8 roll, please?
Done and done.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Always powerful 1.
Always a powerful 1. You know it. All right. So let's see here. Would you kindly now give me a D20 roll?
Ooh, yes. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yep. High numbers, always preferable.
Especially following 1s.
Yeah, yeah.
Good combo.
Okay. Then... Okay. All right. So, that evening, you guys have... You make camp. And let's move us back to the... I'm going to try to grab you there. Oh, where's my... There it is. I need to grab Elanion and his lizard friend. So that's one thing. How are you guys planning on handling, or Elanion, do you have any thoughts as to how you manage your lizard friend?
Are we getting on a boat now?
A sword.
Or
yep. The boat's being repaired. We're going to leave it on it tomorrow.
Yeah, halfway through tomorrow. The boat is not finished being repaired.
oh, that's
yet.
what we were fixing. Is it? Well, I mean, I'm going to treat him like I would any good lizard steed.
Yep.
And feed him and love him and hug him.
Name him George.
And no, I'm thinking cloud scale actually.
Cloud scale. That's a good one. Was that from chat, or is that something you came up with?
Someone said frost scale, but I have went with the scale part, but I didn't want to do frost too much like Legacy of the Crystal Shard, and I'll feel like store in the cold. And
Yep. Okay. So then, guys, evening comes. You are all keeping watch here. And, oh boy. Would you kindly, let me see here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I guess one thing that Max, when you tell everyone about that, I forgot about Max. Max, like he wonders out loud, like, should I go back and tell Kuiper about this? Like he feels like there's no orcs that would be tough enough to take me down.
we're going to be in Thurmaster for a while, right? For the wizards to study.
I think you guys are wintering there. At least I think that's what the plan is.
Yeah, because
Paul keep their master. So I think what we say is no, Max, not right now. On the next boat that's going the other direction from Thurmaster, we'll have them send word, but we don't know exactly how long the repairs are going to take, and wouldn't want you to be stuck out in the wilderness by yourself.
He says, I'm familiar with this stretch of river is not far. It would
Yeah,
be
I
a day.
know. But
I vote he goes.
So what are you saying, Max? You take the shore along to Kuiper's farm, let him know what's going on, and then take the shore back.
And he can send word to Serene and Geralt. I can rejoin you. I can find a boat and rejoin you again. But if we get word to them, if these orcs regroup and go back, it will take me a day to get word to Kuiper. If we go until Thurmaster and then send word back, it could be nearly a week before word gets to Kuiper. And if something happens, you get the sense he hasn't said anything, but I mean, this is not far from his family's. Remember, his family's farm is east of Kuiper's farm.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably not far away from where his whole family lives.
Right.
He's not saying it, but you guys would remember that.
The Rangers should know that orcs are now raiding for slaves from Great Rockdale.
He says that he's known goblins to come and the odd hobgoblin, but it's this end of the dale. It is such a trial. You guys remember what it was like for you guys to get down into the dale to get to that stone, right? How much of a pain in the ass it is. It's a huge pain to get yourself up the side. So it's usually only the very, very desperate who cannot, keep themselves in the dale. Remember how much of a hassle getting each of you down there was and get off. Imagine what they've gone through to get that whole orcish army up here. Although I suppose they may have come up. Who knows how they got up here? Maybe there's another...
Actually, as you're describing that, Druin's thinking, well, if they were like the gnolls and they created like elevators or some way to winch them up, shit, we could have a big problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's something that is... It's another... Yeah, this is a pretty big development for this region, and maybe a precursor. And if this is one of them too, orcs, as you guys have seen, like orcs breed like crazy. Even from your experience in Broken Spire Keep, you faced what, 20 orcs? Not even that much. 17 actually. I'm looking at the numbers here. 17 orcs compared to what did you see in Great Rock in Broken Spire? There may be other parties out. There may be others, ranging in the lands. So, again, Max is not necessarily saying it, but you definitely get the sense that his family is probably weighing fairly heavily on his mind. What do you guys think, though? He is going to defer to you.
Bergour. Salvador.
No, I think Max makes a good point, and it's definitely true that it'll get word to Kuiper much faster for him to go. It's maybe not the optimal solution, but it's the one we got. So I think I'm gonna change my vote to say that I agree with Max.
Have we fashioned anything for Max to carry stuff in bear form?
You have not, no.
I think it was in the other game where we were trying to rig something.
Like his stuff, he is able to keep his gear and stuff like that with him when he transforms. He can't access it when he transforms.
Right. Hey, Max, how do you feel about using orcish battle drugs?
He looks... Alchemy from... Why do you ask?
Well, we just picked up a bunch of stuff. I'm never going to use it. I don't know if the others, they might use it, but if you run into trouble, go off one of these things and get yourself some extra hit points or extra stamina.
He kind of grins and he says they unless there are so many that I cannot count them. And he kind of transforms into his bear again. He says, I feel I am sturdy enough.
Yeah, Druin's like, yeah, but they also had casters. Shamans with the ability to hold.
No.
Might just be safer if you don't engage anybody. You're faster than them too, right?
Yep. Same speed. I don't think he's faster in bear form. Bears are the same speed.
I thought Osten was faster, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'll double check.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. In any event, okay. So then, if there's nothing else, then you guys can sit down to rest for the evening. Now, let me find. Where are we here? Let's turn this down a bit. And we get to the evening. Now. All right. And I need, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A D8 roll, please. Yes, you absolutely do on Cloud Skull. 4, okay. Okay. So it's Sir Reynard who is on watch when you guys are resting. The lizard is down by the, maybe curled up next to the boat. Seems nice and cool over there. So it's curled up over there. Cloud Scale is in here. I'll give him a name. Boom. There you go. Okay. All right. You want to know one other thing that this stretch of river is also known for? A rough region to travel with pets.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Sorry, John.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, John was at. He was in chat earlier, wasn't he?
Yep.
All right. So, I'll move the campfire over closer to you guys here.
Holy chat today.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. We'll take our mid-session break momentarily here. Let's see here. This will give off. Okay, and let's turn out the lights, guys. Give a little mood light in here. Boom. Boom. I can't remember what I made something about. I was talking about the underwater adventure. I want to write an underwater adventure in 2021. Chad replied, he's like, "Is it going to be as scary as that time you remember the session we had where you guys were exploring that troll cave, and he was moving his character further in our Bear Maze game, and he's getting further and further away from you guys, and he's like, when he finally moved his character and he's dropped it, and then he saw a troll in the cave, and he's like, fuck." Dynamic lighting, love it.
Yeah, but that was shortly after you killed Sir Albus. So, what do you expect?
That was a pretty. Yep.
I mean, giant toads killed Sir Albus. Look at you.
Yeah. My hands are clean.
Dave's not bitter.
All right. If anyone, it would be Brent, who would have some.
Character.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, I think this. So, Sir Reynard is on watch here. And because he is a paladin, because he is heavily armored, because he is so close to a chivalric kind of character, I feel like Arlen needs to be the one to roll for surprise for this. Give us a D10 roll there, Arlen. Okay. So, I think what happens is, so Sir Reynard is sitting around the fire, and let me just get something out here. Yeah. Okay. And so he's seen some strange things. You guys are all sleeping. The wind has mercifully died down. And he's keeping an eye out on the up and down the river. You guys do have a pretty good vantage here for seeing up and down the river. Dave, would you give us let's see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Would you mind giving us our weather rolls there, weatherman? Okay. 1562. Okay, so it is going to rain tomorrow. Wind is high, but not as bad as it's been today. And it will be... Actually, might be fog tomorrow. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I can. Yep. Do you guys have control of the NPCs yet, or no?
No.
Okay. Let me give you ownership of them in a sec here. No, it is rain. Okay. So it'll be light rain tomorrow to follow up on this. Oh, it was... That's right. It wasn't raining yesterday. Or wait, was it? I can't remember, guys. I think it might have been, actually. Anyway, more rain is coming down. I think the winds hit the first day, followed by rain. So the second day of rain you guys have had. You're sitting there, and you can hear the sound of the rain coming down around you. Do I have... Let's see here. Look at this. So we hear the sound of rain coming down around. And I think what he hears in the distance is... I'm trying to find, if I can find a way to do this easily. There we go. He's sitting, and then to the north, what he hears is the sound of stone clattering on stone and then hitting the ground. That's from somewhere over here. Am I in the right layer? Yeah. Somewhere over here. What does he do? Look at his hit points. Oh. We'll have Arlen, why don't you control... once I get his hit points in there, to control Sir Reynard in combat, and then who wants to control Sir Arturius?
Sure, I will. Oh, dang it.
When you guys gets Max then?
Oh, you take Max. Are you already controlling Max? Or no? Or Arlen is. I don't remember who it is.
I don't remember.
Well, I'll take
John
the second,
Max.
I'll take the second paladin. Jeff gets Max, and Elanion gets Cloud Scale.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that covers him. So there's Sir... You guys can all see Sir Reynard now?
Yep.
Okay. Go. Go. And there's Sir Arturus as well. You can all see that? Great. Okay, so, Sir Reynard, you've seen that. Your fellows are dead asleep below. What do you do?
I think stand up and unsheath a sword or something.
He is armed with a long sword and a dagger. And... yeah, that's everything of interest on him. Oh, magic plate mail and a magic shield, though. I shouldn't say that too loud. Druin may kill them for the armor.
Yep.
Nope. I'm a lawful character. I'll never do such a thing.
Okay.
But if they die in battle...
So Sir Reynard
no
gets
problem.
up. The long sword is out. He grips his shield. What do you do?
Just waits and sees if it happens again.
Waits a full minute. And another. It's the sound of rain on your helmet. And you think you hear sound of more falling over here.
Is there like a branch in the fire that he could pick up to light the way?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give him full torch lighting for it, but I'll give him some here.
And I don't actually have control over Reynard right now.
Oh yeah, you probably want that too.
That would help if I'm going to move him around.
All players should have control over both knights now. Okay.
Who's this
So-
other dude with us?
Is he? That's Nicholas, the merchant.
Oh, it's his boat?
Yep. So, picks it up, and I'm guessing in his shield hand, he's holding that.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move if you like.
Just about there.
Okay. So from there, you hear again. This is actually coming from right over here now. And you look, and you can see there are stones falling down to the base of the cliff, roughly in a line as well. The cliff face here probably goes up about 15 feet, and
Yeah,
slowly
so he holds it up kind of as high as he can to try to see up towards the top. Steps closer.
I think you can hear. Oh, it's so hard to hear over the sound of your helmet. If you took your helmet off, perhaps you'd hear better.
Setting up the death of brave Sir Reynard.
After Kev puts in called shot rules and requirement for him to protect from that.
Just like scrolls and spells, one of the best ways to demonstrate the value of new things for players is to use it against them. So you're looking up, and I think what you hear is a low... from somewhere in the earth.
Do I have an idea what might make that noise?
Not quite sure. More stones start falling down. And then something burst out of the earth. And lands on him. What it looks like, at least from his perspective, is nothing but a gray-skinned, open maw approximately a man's height across.
Oops.
And we'll find out whether the hit lands after our break. So, take our mid-session break now, guys. And we'll return and see. We'll check in with chat, and then we'll see whether this thing lands its attack on Sir Reynard. You were not surprised, so he will have the benefit of his shield, getting his shield up to try and protect himself. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily. Yeah.
Well, I hope that's not a giant worm. It doesn't look like it. It looks like an Borax or something. No, maybe not. I definitely got to stop sending Kev pictures of like fantasy monsters during the week on Instagram. That's maybe gives him ideas. But I follow a bunch of like fantasy artwork sites, and so I'll see like this cool, like last week there was this really awesome Lich or Wraith or something wearing armor, and I sent it to Kev, and I was like, oh yeah, he'll love that. I definitely didn't send him anything like this, so this one's not on me.
I already told you what it was.
Oh, what was it?
Land shark.
Oh, really?
You know what a land shark is?
No, never faced one.
You ever heard of a bulet or bule or boule? Or...
Yeah, bulet.
That's what I would guess this is.
Yeah, they're burrowers, right?
Yes. We always call them land sharks back in the day. Nasty. Oh, shit. Goddamn cat.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly, Gonzo. I think you are correct. I have not. I don't know the last time I fought one, but just that picture in the monster manual, I think of. The old school one, my old green monster manual from '78 with the. We always said Bullet, which is the Midwestern way to pronounce it, I guess, but it's like pushing over a tree standing on its hind legs. That's how big they usually are. So,
yeah.
This looks like a Pathfinder or 3.5 image to me.
Yeah, this is what do you call it? This is a Pathfinder 2 image. My bestiary I've got from them has most of the monsters, at least from the monster manual. All right, check my chat here, guys. Holy shit, you weren't kidding about it being busy. So I will go through this when I rewatch the session, but holy shit, I can't even go back. It's the chat's so long, I can't go back to the beginning. So let me just say evening to everybody who is joining us tonight. All right, so so there's a question in chat about the climate. So, how realistic the climate zones are in fantasy. It's an interesting question. The reason it jumps out is because the way that we handle the climate in this, I use, and forgive me for those folks who have already heard this, I use Ultimate Wilderness from Pathfinder 1. It's got a great weather generation system that of the ones that I've got, like there's random weather generation systems in 5e, in AD&D 2nd, in the AD&D 1, in the Wilderness Survival Guide. Of those, I just like this one the best. It's 3 rolls, and then we get a good variety of climate and also some good rules modifiers for when we do have bad wind. And then the types of climates, though, it's really just a matter of like cold, temperate, and tropical. I know that in the most recent Wilderness Survival Guide, or Wilderness Kit, Survival Kit from 5e, they give you a wider range, and there's a cool product from, I don't know who the publisher is, but they do the Cinematic Environs series. They have some pretty great things for 5e, not for 2e, but they've got some stuff where you actually can have different climates, and then also in temperate zones. So there's an Arctic environment, there's a tropical environment, and then they also have months. So like the tropicals, the summer month for a temperate zone will be the same as tropical. The climate for Arctic is the same as the winter for the temperate zones, and then you got 3 other seasons worth of things. So it's not perfect because tropical you'd have higher temperatures, but there are a huge variety of different things you can use, going down to temperature each day. But I like for this one, we roll and see if the temperature's gone up, temperature's gone down. That's really it, rather than going... At one point in this campaign, we were tracking what the actual specific temperatures were, but honestly, it's not really adding that much. If there's no mechanical difference, and if it's just a descriptive thing, then, yeah, I don't really mind that much. So there are, like I said, there's a wide variety of different things you can use if you're shopping around for different systems. One nice thing with the Pathfinder 1 is that you can find it for free online. So if you go to the Archives of Nethys, you can find the rules that we use from Ultimate Wilderness for generating weather and decide if you like those, and if you don't, then there's lots of other ones. I'm not sure what edition yet you are working with there. Question. So everybody, yeah, welcome everybody. Sorry for not giving the specific call-outs, just we don't have... I can't get my way back to the beginning to say hi to everybody, hi to everyone. Hope the weekend is off to a great start for you. Okay, so anyway, guys, I have an attack roll to make here. So, let's see here. Oh.
Should it be initiative? Because he wasn't surprised, right?
He's not surprised, but this is this action is gonna trigger before he can do anything. So,
Biscuit.
well, hold on. No, because he's not gonna be able to move. He's gonna get stuck with this. So here we go. So his armor class is gonna be, let's see here, plate plus shield. His armor class is a 0. Here. So let's see how badly this goes over for him. Okay. First, that big bite of his hits. Ugh, yoy. This might hurt. You know what? And in fact, because this, let's do this in chat. Here we go. 13 damage. He has a DR2 from the thing, and that will apply against this. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the front 2 paws. Hello, cat. They miss. And then the rear claws. One of those hits. Hello, cat.
She's insisting on being on my lap, but then when I go to touch her, she's pissed about it.
That's awesome. All right, another 8 damage for Sir Reynard. And I need a save versus, I think this would be paralysis. See if he's knocked down or not. So let's give us a D20 roll. He's a 4th level paladin. And they get +1 to all their saves. I think that's actually good enough. Yep, thanks to his paladin hood. Actually, no, that would have been even without his paladin bonus. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at priests. Never mind. That's actually a fail, so he is knocked to the ground by the force of this thing hitting him. As he clatters to the ground, it will make him purple for prone. Boom. Boom. What does he do? He is around to act here.
He's going to stand back up.
Okay. So he scrambles to try and get to his feet. So I'm trying to decide if this thing's got an attack of opportunity on him when he stands then. I don't think so. So it's interesting that across, because I've been reading a lot of different editions lately, it's neat to see which ones have decided, like, oh, it's just not fun being attacked when you're standing from prone. So I think you don't get an attack of opportunity when you stand in 5e or in 4, but you do in 3.5 and 3. And I can't remember if you do in Pathfinder or not. So let's make an attack of opportunity. That'll be fun. Another. Okay. 10 points of damage. As this thing tries to knock him back down to the ground. All right, and then but he does get to his feet.
All right, and then he's gonna withdraw.
Remember, if he's withdrawing, that's all he can do for the round is move. He can't stand and withdraw.
Okay, so then he's going to just is gonna shout to get everybody up.
Okay.
And take cover behind his shield.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, so you all hear the scream, the shouts. Why don't each of you roll surprise for yourselves? Let's see if you're acting next round or not. Now we're dropping into initiative order. Oh, Bergour.
Well, I have an adjustment for dexterity, actually.
That doesn't apply for... Oh, wait. Yes, it does. Is it a +2?
Yeah. No, it's a +1. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
not good enough. It's
Okay.
gore when you have +2.
Yep. Yeah, he could break a shield. Yeah. If he wants to. It's a magic shield, is the thing. Oh, Dave, you're muted.
So he gets a save for the
Yep.
magic shield.
Yep. Does he want to break the shield, Arlen, or?
If he gets hit again, he might.
Okay. Thought so. All right, so then, so Calidor is not surprised, Max is not surprised, Bergour is, Druin is not, and then what about Sir Arturius?
And, I'm Arturius, right?
Not surprised. The rest of you guys are up, and whoa, what the? So then, guys, we're into round 1. The only one who's surprised is, I was going to say Sir Bergour. Is that a little premonition there? Huh? It doesn't strike me as a knightly type, as you pointed out. Okay, so then, guys, Hobbs, you are once again rolling initiative here. Let's change up the old tunes to something a little more scary. What about this one here? Actually, there we go. All right. So, let's, Hobbs, have you roll here. Everyone decide what you want to do with your round. Oh, shit. Hobbs beat my 1.
Oh, no problem. Dang it.
Easy peasy. Now, fortunately, this thing is quite big, so I'm acting on a 7.
Do paladins have character sheets?
They do not, no.
Okay, so magic longsword for each? Is that
No, neither has magic longswords. Sir Arturius has a 2... Actually, he does. So Sir Arturius has a +1 two-handed sword. He also has a magical plate mail, and he's got a dex bonus. So Sir Arturius has an AC of AC of 1. Whoa, jeez. Oof. I need to use my dice app for hit points here.
speed factor of 9?
Okay. Alrighty. So, guys. Oop. This is not the tune I wanted.
Still a cool tune.
Definitely a cool tune. Kevin MacLeod is not lacking for talent in the least. Certainly not. How about this one here? Oh, this sounds about... Yeah. See how this goes. There we go. Okay, so then, guys, do we have everyone in there now? Elanion? Yes, we do. Okay, so first up is, I guess, this thing. Oh, Sir Reynard is on a 7. What's Sir Reynard doing?
All right, now he's withdrawing.
Okay. So unfortunately, all he's really getting is the AC bonus as this thing stalks towards him.
Yeah, well, and he's getting it closer to his buddies who are going to move
Sure.
up slowly.
Yep.
So he moves back to there.
Now, he is actually wearing... I think his movement is slower. Remember, he's got plate mail on, so he's only going to be able to move 1. So, he is... This thing moves forward, continues along, and tries to hit him with that massive bite. Nat 1 is not going to do it. He smashes his shield in the way, having seen one of the most dangerous parts of it. Claws at his leg. 19, shit. He's hit again for 10 more damage. Full DR will apply. 15 fucking hits again. Both those claws manage to hit. 10 and 10. Shit. So 8.
Wow.
Okay. Now, does he want to get that shield in the way, or is he able to? Is he good with? He would have taken 18.
It's going to be at 1.
Okay. So he's not dead.
But it's still up.
Yeah. And this thing is like it's huge. At the shoulder, this thing stands about 7 feet tall. And on its back, you can see this huge crest that seems to be going up and down, almost like a shark's fin. Then, next up is Max the Werebear. What's Max doing?
Max gets up, and he can shapeshift at will, right?
Absolutely.
He shifts into bear form, and its movement is 40.
Okay.
So he can move.
Remember, he's only going to have half of his movement available because he would have been getting up from prone.
Right, and his normal movement at 40 is what?
So he's going to move 4 squares.
4 squares. Okay. 1, 2. We'll move past Galador. 3, 4.
Nice.
Over.
Yep. Okay. Next is Galador on an 11.
Galador will see Max pass by. He will get up and ready his shield.
Okay. Then it is Druin.
Druin will get up and grab his battle axe.
Okay. Then it is Sir Arturius. Oh, sorry. Then it's Elanion as well. 12.
Elanion stands and stretches out his arm, and like a shocking ball of electricity forms, and then fires towards the land shark.
Okay. And does it get a save on it? Or
I don't think so. Ball lightning functions, blah blah blah. About 3.
well, hold on. Functions. That's the important bit. If it functions like a fireball, he'll get a save. Because you can save for half
It
a
just
fireball.
says ball lightning function releases. It doesn't say
Oh, okay.
like a fireball or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, a successful save versus spell halves the damage.
Yeah. Oh, it says that? Okay. Okay, so I'll make a save for him. 18, yeah. So half damage. Go ahead and roll damage, though. Whoa, jeez. So that's 17. No, 15.
19.
19.
19 and 20.
Yeah. Okay. Oop, not 196. This thing roars out in pain. And then it is... let's see here. Sir Arturius.
He is going to get up and ready his sword.
Yeah. So, yes, yeah, that sounds good. Then that's the end of round 1, I guess, guys. Hobbs, we thank you for your initiative. But, as with all good things, your time as initiative roller must come to an end. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round. And then Arlen, you'll be up next. Would you kindly beat my 2? They do. Yep, absolutely.
I just didn't know when they get that.
Yep.
I'm not-
I think they get it. Paladins get it right away, and then it's 2 points per level, I believe. So and these guys are both 4th level paladins.
Okay.
Shit. And the paladin bonus is +2 to saving throws. Oh, you still would have failed because you rolled a 12, but that's good to know. Yeah, 2 points per 2 hit points per experience level. So 8 points in total they can heal each. And if they want to use that ability, is a 3. It's a spell-like ability, so I think it's a 3. I'll double check that while you guys are entering in your time for everything. There we go. Yeah, spell-like abilities of 3. All right. So, then, who is up first here? Oh, fuck, you rolled 10, so I guess I am.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to make a morale save and see what it does here. It's got a tasty potential meal with Sir Reynard. Oh. Okay. So this thing turns, and almost like a great fish cresting the surface of water and then diving back below, it just plunges into the earth. But you can see a furrow, a tiny little tip sticking out above, moving itself along, and then underneath the cliff, disappearing beneath. Then it is Druin and Sir Reynard on a 10.
All right, Reynard was withdrawing, so he's going to get back another square.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Then it is Elanion.
Elanion was going to cast, but I think he has disappeared from view, so he will let that. I don't lose the spell, though, right?
You don't lose the spell. No, you can always choose to not complete, and you don't lose it. It's only when you're hurt that you lose your concentration. Okay, then it is then Bergour.
Bergour stands up, wakes up, stands up, grabs his sword, and does the flick the sheath off type thing.
Okay. Then it is Calidor, 14.
Calidor will also draw his sword and step forward to the fire to Sir Reynard and say, "What was that?" He didn't really get a good look at it.
Okay. Then it is Max the Werebear.
Does Max have any idea what it is?
What isn't Max?
That's pretty good. So
Does he have any proficiencies?
He is proficiency. I don't see any.
Yeah, I probably forgot. I once again didn't add them. So
yeah, that's cool. I thought he was like a druid or something.
He's a ranger, or he's a ranger in training. He's
Or a ranger. Yeah.
Yeah. So his intelligence is an 11. Why don't you give me a d20 roll, please? I'm gonna give him -2 to this, so a 9 or less is what he may be able to. Okay, yeah. So there's a couple of names these things have. What he's heard them referred to is as what Elanion may have said, or at least Hobbs said, is a land shark. Something that is able to effortlessly appear above and below it. When something like this enters, it extends its feeding zone or its prey zone into a farm or whatnot. Then the best is to give up the land and hope that it doesn't follow you, because these things are just, their armored hide is like trying to strike stone. And they are just vicious. They're driven completely by hunger. Sir Reynard is completely fucked up by that one round or 10 seconds of facing, 20 seconds of this facing this thing. So that's what he sputters out. Maybe that's what Max's round is. Then it's Sir Arturius. What's he doing?
He was gonna go over and help his friend, so he'll move there, and he had his sword out, so I wasn't planning to go.
Okay, so he gets his sword out, and then it is. I guess that's it. I got everyone so far. All right, so end of the round, guys. We're end of round 2. We're not going to bother rolling initiative. Just assume you rolled a 1 and enter what you're doing this round. Okay.
What would lay on hands be?
Say again?
Lay on hands?
That hands is 8 hit points back.
Yeah, but what's the speed?
It's I said 3. Spell-like abilities are 3.
Oh, and I put 7. I can do math. I saw the 4 from Max rolling the d20. I looked at it. Looks like an initiative roll. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So just need Elanion. What are you doing this round? Or you
Well,
decided?
I can't cast in this situation, right?
No, you can't ready a spell.
So I'm just standing there. We'll just go 4.
All right. So first up is Elanion, Arturius, and Sir Reynard. Sir Arturius.
Arturius does lay on hands on Reynard for 8 points.
Okay. He says, blessings of the cudgel upon you, brother. And there's a brief glow. You restore 8 hit points, Sir Reynard.
Yep, and then Reynard does the same thing to himself and says something clever like, the cudgel truly is blessing me.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, whatever.
As it is written in the holy book. Ditto.
Exactly.
So, all right. So both of you guys are up. Then it's Calidor on a 5.
And Kev, you said we can see a furrow where it's gone, right?
You can see it for it's gone. It's as if it's moved directly into the side of the cliff.
Oh, it goes into the cliff.
Yeah. Let me get my pointer. So it ran. Hold on. No snapping. It went underground over here, and then kind of turned right back into the cliff there.
Can you guys see Kev's pointer?
Oh, you know, because I'm on the DM later. I'm a dummy. Hold on, guys.
For the viewers,
The viewers at home had no difficulty seeing that. So that's where that's gone. It's right into there.
Calidor steps forward and says, "It may leave a trail. Should we follow it to its lair?" As he sort of indicates
If
the.
only we had a way of moving dirt from Earth.
Okay, and then it is Druin and... Yep, Druin next. What's Druin doing?
9 points of healing on Reynard. Pure
Okay.
Moderate. Calls on the power of Clangadin Silverbeard. And the silver light washes, and he gives him a little punch in the shoulder.
Awesome. Then it is... Oh, Arturius is already gone. Bergour and Max the Weirbear.
Bergour leans down, picks up his shield,
Okay.
and is now actually ready for battle.
All right. And then what is Max doing?
I think Max will say something along the lines of what you said. Like it's a very dangerous creature. It could be trouble to leave it in this area.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then...
He did do something. He had a 4. I don't know if you had.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I missed that. What's Elanion doing?
Is going to use his ring of blink and get the cloak of displacement prepared.
What's that he's doing?
Basically, he's like a displacer beast now, so his first attack will miss.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, nice. So there's a shimmer, and Elanion is very hard to look at right now. It's as if he's like stuttering back and forth between 2 or 3 different positions. Then I think that's everything. So Max has said that. That's the end of that round, guys. Next round. Unless you guys are changing your actions, let's just let you guys go whenever you want. You can't see anything just yet. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, is there any reason we don't just jump on the boat and take off right now?
You still need another half day before the boat is ready to go.
That's a good reason. I mean, honestly, it's my feeling. Why do we need to? I mean, where does can this creature rest if it's not here in the middle of the wilderness? I mean, I think this is its home.
So what are you saying?
I mean, normally I didn't know if I don't know if they'd like chasing it off is right, but I might be able to use pass wall to open up the area.
Interesting.
What about that wand of earth and dirt moving or whatever?
That is it. That is the spell I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I can open a passageway through wood, plaster, or stone walls. Five foot wide, 8 feet high, and 10 feet deep.
Okay. So I think that's talking over those options is what Elanion is going to do this round. What about the rest? What are the rest? As you guys are talking over these options, what's the next thing you guys do?
I have another healing spell if Reynard needs more healing.
He's at 26 out of 42 right now.
Okay.
I get them back at dawn, so.
Yep.
All right. So Druin get that. How about Calidor, Max, or Bergour?
Bergour just moved up.
Nicholas is up now too, and is like, What's going on? What is it?" He slept through.
Yep.
What's happened?
A land shark.
A land what? A what? A what shark?
He's like,
Debate whether we hunt it down or not.
What are you? Where's it gone? He's looking down at his feet. Is it below us? Oh.
It could be.
He turns and runs up the tree. So he is in the branches of the tree. What are you doing on the ground? It could be anywhere. Get up. Get out of the way. Okay, then Max, what was Max doing?
Is Max large enough to climb up this little wall cliff thing here?
I mean, no, it's 15 feet at that point. I mean, it's got natural handholds in it. So
Yeah.
so you guys, I mean, anyone can try and climb it if they like.
I think he just wants to look up there and see if there's any more trail, and like just to the edge of it, like not right up, but just so he can look over and see if he can see any more furrows up there.
Okay, so Max has moved over there. It'll take him a little bit to get himself up. What are the rest of you guys doing while Max is making his way over and is going to try and climb up?
Elanion calls over to him. Get away from there. It might sense you.
Okay, what about the rest of you guys?
Calidor will get on top of this rock, maybe?
Okay. Sir Bernard, Arturius, Druin, Bergour, are you guys doing anything else?
I think Reynard will let Arturius take the lead
Okay.
among the paladins, and Bergour was going to stay kind of near Nicholas. Oh, another. Man, Druin, you're just full of healing tonight.
I don't have anything else though.
Okay.
Bergour was going to stay kind of near Nicholas in case it comes up near him.
Okay. Now, would each of you kindly... What's that here? I was rereading the DMG on... the 2E DMG on New Year's Eve after clock struck midnight and my boy went off to go skating with his cousin. I went to bed and reread some 2E stuff. And what I noticed, yeah, great big loser. That is okay. I mean, it's in the middle of a pandemic, so they really just... Oh, cat! Cat attack! Hi, Chloe. It's Chloe, right?
This is Maisie. Crazy Maisie.
Crazy Maisie. Uh-oh. Yeah, that is not a happy... Okay, hold on here. And I'm not imagining things. I saw something that I wanted to use tonight. It's really been a night for me looking at stuff in books. It's a thrilling viewing for the viewers at home. Take a good look at Kev's stupid forehead as he's looking down, trying to find stuff. Oh boy.
cards all night.
Yeah, basically. All right. Where is it here? Where is it here? Don't tell me you guys hit it.
Hobbs, apparently you need to get the lizard some barding. They're already discussing armor and upgrades for the lizard.
Love it.
Like maybe some land shark hide armor.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. Once you hear what this thing is, Druin, you're the one who's the armorer, aren't you? Or is that Bergour? Bergour, is that you? Are you the armorer?
I'm a regular blacksmith. Druin's the armorer.
Oh,
I thought you were a weaponsmith.
he's a weaponsmith.
I'm an armorer.
So you're an armorer. You know, having heard that, there are legendary shields that have been made out of that massive fin that have an inherent magical quality to them. So if you're able to snag that thing, holy
So he'll
smokes.
mention that. He'll be like, this whole thing about Max hunting down where it lives and let's taking it out. We could make like magical shields out of its fin and probably some armor out of its hide.
You also could
Who else could die?
you also could likely make a fortune. The rest of the stuff that's in its gizzards and such. This is more of a Rilligo thought, but from harvesting its organs, it's chock full of magical stuff. So there could be money made from this stuff. Like, these things are so rare. Now, I found what I was looking for. Everyone give me a d20 roll, please. Just what we're doing for your player characters. Okay. Bergour, 9. Low is good in this case, guys. Elanion, not great. Druin and Calidor. Let's see how you do.
Ooh.
Okay. And
What am I
then
rolling?
you're not rolling?
What am I rolling?
A d20, please.
I
Okay.
refuse to roll.
Then, what we see, Max starts making his way up the side there. There's plenty of handholds, so I'm not going to make him make a roll. And it's not until he's right at the top that he actually might take damage from it. Then, would you guys give me another round of d20 rolls, please?
Well, can you hear that sound?
I think that this is more of a viewers at home hearing it. You guys can't quite hear it yet.
Yeah.
Druin, no. Bergour, no.
We're rolling d20s again, or we're doing our
just
actions?
D20s, please. Okay. One more time, guys.
Can I do an action or no?
You guys. This is while you guys are milling around. You don't know anything's coming, so
Well, I was thinking about. I'd asked if you wanted me to open a passage, but
Bergour. You look over. Well, he's on the wall right now, so it may be difficult to do that. If you want to move yourself closer to the wall, by all means. Bergour, you're looking around, and what you see, at first you think your eyes are playing tricks on you, but you realize that you can see to your left there, on the left side of the cliff, there's a little, what looks like a little triangle that is just moving its way along. It's maybe an inch through the earth, cutting a furrow behind it, and you see it getting taller and taller. I'm just going to use a little submerged shark token. You can't see the whole thing, but you can now see it's getting up. Earth is being plowed to the side like a farmer's, farmer's plow, and it seems to be coming directly towards you. What do you do?
So first I'm going to shout to everybody, it's coming back for a second pass, and then I'm going to get my, sword up ready to smack it if it comes out.
Okay, then let's do this then, guys. So everyone hears that. You don't need to roll for surprise. You guys we'll roll initiative normally here. So, we're on a round. I'm grabbing the wrong dice. We're on a round, I think this is like 5 now. Everyone just decide what you're doing. Max is near the top. He looks around like, what? And I think, Arlen, you lost last time.
I lost.
Yeah, so Dave, we're on to you, bud. Dave, would you kindly beat my 6?
Come on, Dave.
Come on.
Nice.
Nice. Alrighty. So I'm acting on a 12. Let's see. At this point, it's like half your height, moving directly towards you. And I think that's everybody. Sir Renard. Oh, no, Renard, Sir Arturius. Who am I missing? Arturius. Nice. All right, so first up is Elanion on a 5. What are you doing, Elanion?
All right, so when Elanion sees it, he yells out, "From the earth you came, and to the earth you shall return." And he casts magic missile at it, his own furrow flying as the earthen shards.
Into the earth. One of them strikes the shield. No effect.
Okay.
Okay. It explodes around him, which maybe is not surprising given, the way your magic missiles tend to manifest. Then it is Bergour.
All right, I've got my sword ready, and if it pops out, I'm going to smack it.
That sounds awesome. Max, what is Max doing?
Max is going to jump down from the thing, or sort of climb down.
Yep. Yeah, so if he drops down, he takes 2 points of damage. That's it. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it's not much. He hits it, jars his maybe bare knees, but that's it. Then it is on an 8, I guess, is Caldor. Caldor, what are we doing?
Calidor will jump down off his rock. And
Oh God, he was standing on a rock.
Totally true.
and he'll charge past Elanion over by the fire.
Okay.
Who's got
Then it is Druin on a 9. What are you doing, Druin?
Druin's gonna move up next to Bergour and hold an attack for this creature to come into range. He's gonna smash it with his axe.
Okay. Then it is Reynard. What's Reynard doing?
Renard's gonna shift to make a sort of second line with Arturus, and also ready his sword in case it bashes through the dwarves or something,
Okay.
or comes up behind them, because seems like that would be an option too.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, guys. 1, 2,
Arturius moves to him.
3, 4. Would you guys give me a D10 roll, please? I'm trying to decide what it wants to go for.
The merchant who's all by himself out here without a weapon.
That's a thing. He's in the tree now, but it's not a very big tree. 2. So, Bergour, you see this thing moving directly towards you, and then it suddenly turns and starts moving directly towards Max.
Uh-oh.
And this thing crests out and leaps onto him. This thing has more hit dice than him, so he's going to take, unfortunately, full damage from this. Now, one of the upsides is that he is a PC. He gains experience and whatnot, so Astonishing Fortune will be there for him, but... Alright. And let me move this thing out of the way here. Boom. Alright, so first is that massive bite. I think I missed. I hit an AC of 3. I think his AC is...
2.
Nice. So it comes down. It does have its big claws, though. One of those hits, and And he takes, let's see if I fucked up here. Nope, there we go. 10 points of damage.
So are these like normal weapons or are these magical?
No, he takes full damage from these.
Okay.
Okay. And then fucking nat 20 and another hit. So
Hey, knock it off.
13 damage. So he's taking 23, 33 damage in total.
Oh, wow. Don't kill Max.
And then someone give me a d20 roll, please.
Jeff, you're running Max. Or,
Oh, sorry.
What do you want?
Oh, it's good.
20?
It's okay. It didn't really matter. Ooh, shit. I think it's got to be Sir Reynard. Give me a d6 roll, please, Arlen.
One.
Shit. So there's just there's a bit of a tremor that hits as this goes, and Sir Reynard's helmet falls loose, and he kind of like, whoa, and then drops to the ground.
The helmet or him?
No, his helmet, not his head.
Okay. I thought you said. Well, the way you said it made it sound like he dropped to the ground.
No,
Like,
sorry. The helmet falls off, and it drops to the ground. It was clearly like there's damage that was done to it through the claws and whatnot that he didn't quite notice. So the rain is now falling on his unprotected head. Okay, so Max is pretty fucked up right now. And then this is let's see here. Bergour is a 7th level fighter. You would have a chance to make an attack if you like. You readied something? Oh, you readied one. Shit.
yeah, we're holding attacks.
Okay, so guys, we're on to round 6 then. Everyone's going to have a favored round here. Dave, you killed me last time with initiative, so guys, here we go.
Did it?
I think so. I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, so here we go, guys. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round. Oh, it was on an 8, Dave, but it rolled to a 2. Come on. Druin.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
So it doesn't matter what I type in for Max.
I don't have the full attack. I've only got when it's on. It's only when it does the cresting from the ground that it's able to get all 4 things on. I'm picturing this also like its cry. Imagine like a much more bassy, like low-pitched version of like the screech that the alien creatures make from Aliens. So there's this like something that you might be able to hear through the the surface of the earth. Oh gosh! So I got the bite on Max first. 18. So, we're spending a point of astonishing fortune here.
Yep.
Keep Max alive? Or from dying? Yeah.
So
Yep.
Max is at -9 as that it gnaws in him and it decides it doesn't like what it tasted, so it lumbers to the next. Okay. So here's an interesting quandary, guys. I am going to get you guys to roll D3. 1 is Bergour, 2 is Druin, 3 is Calidor, because these things do not like the taste of either of you guys. 2 is Druin. Okay? So this thing is going to then... It leaps in. It'll make its next 2 attacks on you, Druin. Your AC is what currently?
4?
4. Okay, so unfortunately it hits twice with its claws. Your DR will protect you against this. Full DR.
Okay. I need new armor after that.
First claw, 9. Second claw, 14.
Oh. 7, 12.
Or maybe I just did them both break down at once. Okay, so we take, what, a total of... you got DR2 or DR1?
Yeah, 2.
DR2, nice. Okay, so that's 23, you take 19 damage. Okay. Then, we're on to Bergour. Bergour, what are you doing?
For me.
Oh, Elanion. Yeah, Elanion's up first. What are you doing, Elanion?
So Elanion will fire off another magic missile. That's a screecher.
That one does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 points of damage.
Excellent. Okay, it explodes underneath this thing, and blood spews out. And it sort of like shifts and shakes as if it was standing on something unpleasant. Then it is Bergour. Then it's Bergour.
All right, I'm gonna try to smack it with the sword.
Please do. Cuts along its hide. Seems fucking like it's like hitting up against rock. Max was not wrong about that. All right.
That was only 7.
You want to spend Astonishing Fortune? Yes, you do. Look at that face.
Well, we need to save 1 for Max for the roll.
I already took it off.
Yeah, that's to save him, but he's going to have a critical roll.
Roll. That's what I'm
Okay.
suggesting. But I really want to kill this thing now before it gets more. Yep, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Jeez, roll 20. You don't let a DM down. Good lord. Next is Caldor. What are you doing, Caldor?
Sorry, just checking
Retreat to
something.
my rock. Save rock.
5-foot shift, right? Like I can.
No, because then it would get attack on you.
You can't even move 5 feet when you're within range.
If what you're doing is doing a withdraw, then you can. That's that you're focusing fully on your attack. Otherwise, no. No 5-foot step in this game.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll just stand right here, I guess.
Okay.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's a new rule, though, right? We only put that in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
using
new rule.
Yeah, we're treating it the way we did with 5e. Okay,
Okay, then I will attack.
go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Against this thing. Still not good enough to get through. This is the toughest armor that you have faced, I think, thus far. You have 1 point of Astonishing Fortune left if you want to try re-rolling.
No, I'm not going to
Okay,
waste
this
it.
is a favored round, so you will have a second attack as well. Next up is Druin and Sir Baynard. Druin.
What did I roll? A 2. I rolled a 2.
Oh my gosh. So,
20 is trying to get us killed.
okay. Neither of those is good enough to get through. Then it is, let's see here. Then it's Sir Baynard.
how far can Bernard actually move?
Sir Baynard can move, so he's got 6 normally, so he can move 3 and attack.
1, 2. So he can't move close enough to attack, so he's going to move over here and get ready to move in next time.
Okay. And Sir Arturus is the last one.
He can just step in next to Calibur here. He's adjacent, right?
Yep, he's adjacent. Good. So give us a D20. He's got.
Nope.
No, unfortunately, that's not going to be. All right, so he swings that mighty greatsword down. But it's not quite good enough. All right, so guys, end of round. We do have our second. Bergour gets a second attack. Druin is a second attack. And Calidor has a second attack.
There we go.
There you go. Yep. That gets through, Bergour. Go ahead and roll damage. Large-sized creature.
All right.
Make it count. Oh, cheapers. Look at this. So you split this thing along the side, and it's like, like splitting some kind of like tough fruit, because there's a spray of blood, reddish blood that mists out from the side. Calidor, unfortunately, you don't have luck on that side. Then it is. Did everyone get their second attack? Bergour. Yep, Bergour's
Attack.
Bergour. Druin made his second attack.
No, Arturus. Does he get a second attack?
No, he's not high enough level. Not until he's level 6 or level 7 is when he starts getting 3/2 for an attack rate. Okay, guys. So then that is the end of round 6. We're on to round 7. Everyone decide what you're doing. I'm going to make a quick morale check for this thing. Okay. And then, let's see here. Dave, we thank you for your efforts at rolling initiative here. We'll go to Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey. Would you kindly, once everyone's decided what they're doing for the round, beat my 8. Oh my god. All right, so I am on an 8. Okay. Alrighty, then. Let's see here. Bergour. Oh no, I'm gonna, withdraw. So disappears beneath the earth. What did you guys all have planned?
Just smacking for me.
Okay, so you step forward and there's just loosened earth behind it. It's uncanny how fast this thing can. It's as Max described. It's like a thing. What do you call it? Like a whale or a great fish, just disappearing beneath the hardened earth as if it was water. Elanion, did you have a spell that you were preparing but not?
Yeah, I'm just gonna not let it go.
Okay,
but I do wonder, does the trail head back towards?
It's just gone under right now. So if you want to keep an eye out for it, yeah. Does anyone else have anything other than trying to hit this thing that they were doing this round? Okay, so you all kind of like stagger forward. Let's do another round. What are you guys doing? The rumbling seems to be in the direction of the cliff again. You see stones, like as if they were, slightly pushed aside and falling down. And it's in the direction of the cliff again.
Green's moving to Max.
Yeah, Bergour will move up to cover him.
Okay.
And I've only moved 20. That's my combat move. Can I administer a half push?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Grab. Yeah, because you only had the one axe out, right?
I can drop the one. I can drop my non-magical battle axe where I was standing. That's not a problem.
Okay, so you drop your axe, and let's say you drop it when you get to max. You pull the potion out. Oh, yeah. We said it was 5 to administer. All right. So, Matt, what's Max's Constitution?
16.
Druin has a healing proficiency.
So I counted that. So 1d20 plus 7 for Jeff. Would you mind 1d20 plus 7 and then a d6 roll? Okay. Ugh. So, Ish. Critically wounded, you die unless healed to 1 within a day. So it just needs further healing within a day, and then he'd be up. So he's still unconscious, but needs to be healed within a day for further. And then the critical effect is one of his hands is severed or crushed. Ugh. And I think the way I'd interpret that for him is just, basically he'd lose well, depending on what, no, it says hands, so it'd be one of his front paws. He'd basically lose a claw attack. It would be injured.
Can we use a point to bump that up?
Yeah, bumping it up is to notable scarring, and then he's at 1 hit point. What do you think? You want to spend the Astonishing Fortune for that?
I think so.
You could also spend Astonishing Fortune to re-roll if you like as well.
No, because we could still get something that's worse or
Okay.
worse.
Okay. So Max is at 1 hit point. He's still in bear form as well, too. He doesn't revert necessarily. Okay, so then Elanion or Sir Arturus or Sir Reynard or Caldor, anything further you guys want to do?
I see the spot where the creature burst out to get Sir Reynard the first time in the side of the cliff.
Yes, it's about where you're standing. Oh, in the side of the cliff. Yeah. And it's fallen down.
All right, so I'm going to wave this wand, and an area will open up 8 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and 8 feet tall.
And what spell are you using?
Pass wall.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it'll create a gap kind of in the wall. All right.
Yeah, and it'll stay open for like an hour. So.
Okay, cool. So you basically take away part of the wall. Let's see here. So, Druin, you apply that stuff. And then, like, let's roll initiative, guys.
Do I have time to cast another healing spell?
You don't know, because it's pretty close. All right. So, Jeff, you lost to me last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Hobbs, we're back to you again. Would you kindly beat my 5?
You're going down, Madison.
Yes. Nice. All right. So what you guys can see, right behind Druin, that fin is coming up. And this thing, like, Earth is being pushed aside. This thing's about to breach and come up and get Druin. And that'll be on an 11. I'm making that attack. Okay. Okay. All right, so first up is, am I missing Sir Reynard, Max?
Calidor and Elanion.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was my action, not Max.
Okay.
Oh.
And then, so Max and Elanion.
Max will do a 1. If he can see it,
Okay.
he can run the heck away.
And then Elanion, what are you thinking?
I was going to do something, but Druin just have another spell effect hit him.
Okay.
So I won't do that.
All right, so first up is Calidor, or Max on a 1.
Run.
Okay, so he could stand, you can move him 4 squares. Then it is Bergour on a 3.
Yep, I'm going to move 1, 2 up next to Druin. And I've got my sword at the ready to smack if it comes out here.
Okay, then it is Elanion on a 4.
I'm using pass wall again to go deeper into this thing, trying to see if there's a lair in there somewhere.
Okay, so, all right, then it is, Elanion on a 5, or Calidor on a 5.
Yep, Calidor moves up beside Druin, and he's got his sword at the ready for an attack.
Yep. And so he like leaps over where he sees that fin coming out of the earth. Then it is Sir Reynard.
Reynard is just standing where he is and readying his sword in case it does another diversion.
Yep. Arturius. Yeah, it was pretty clever last time. Arturius is doing what?
I think he's just gonna move towards Max and.
I think I missed Druin's turn. What's Druin doing?
Well, so it's kind of funny because Druin was going to cast a healing spell on Max, and Max ran away. So Druin's like,
All
Give
right.
himself a cure light, I guess.
Okay, oh, yep. There you go. Yeah. Nice. 7 hit points back.
7 points of healing.
All right. So I have attacks of opportunity from Calidor, Druin, and Bergour, please, as this thing, and it's a giant, shark-style maw. Its head sideways, trying to swallow Druin whole. Bergour hits this thing's hide. Calidor, come on. It's your time to shine. Here it comes. Hit! Hits! Go ahead and roll damage, large-sized creature.
Come on, all the money.
I think that'll be
So as this thing crests out, Calidor, you've been testing it with your thing. You now are keeping an eye out. As it turns towards, you can see that the flesh around its eye is the only part. There's like a unprotected grayish skin in there, holding that black, lifeless eye. And you just leap forward, plunge your sword into it, and Druin, you kind of finish your spell and then hit back as this thing hits down on the ground. Calidor, your sword is up to the hilt inside this thing.
Slowly pull it out.
Guys, what you were left with is only the sound of the falling rain and the pounding of your own hearts. So, as this thing lies dead, you all have a moment to kind of stop and think. No, actually, Hobbs, a boule is one of my white whales. Never used one before. I've always wanted to because I fucking love Jaws. So I've always wanted to use a boule, and that was what the random encounter was. The reason I was fumbling and kind of humming and hawing back and forth, I'm like, that seems really tough. I don't know. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll go with it. A lesson for all you sandbox DMs out there: the fuck it, I'll go with it is always the right the right answer for these kind of games. So yeah, congratulations, guys. You have downed a land shark. Now, you can hear from up in the tree, soaking wet and still clinging to the side. Sir Nicholas is Nicholas the merchant, and he says, "Do they travel alone?"
Maybe it's got a mate.
And you guys
Do they
can
have mates?
hear Elanion from behind you. Stones fall to the ground. You all kind of and there's a tense 2 minutes. And nothing further comes.
Can I still see evidence of like a trail inside my small 20-foot deep passage?
It's tough because the earth almost collapses. Like, you're not sure how this thing locomotes through the earth, but there's a furrow of like loosened earth, or at least disturbed earth, that runs through it. Not an open tunnel that you crawl through, but like definitely it would be akin to like churning in water, right? So yeah.
Yeah, it was like it came from here, like we, like it was layering here somewhere. So I was trying to see if we could maybe find, I would assume it's got some kind of cavernous area that it carves out like a burrow or something. And that's kind of what I was looking for, if I could find that.
Yeah. Nothing here that you can see.
Max rolled earlier to know what it was. Does he know anything about its layers or its?
These things move on like underground. They don't move terribly fast, but above ground they move incredibly fast, like easily keeping pace with racehorses. They range, because of that. They're able to range pretty far. They also, it's really strange to have it this close to water, because these things really don't like water.
Okay, so I could actually track it above ground if that's the way it came, if we went up on that plateau and looked around for tracks.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I want to make sure that it doesn't have a layer here or something, that's all.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if it's in rain right now, so but you got a pretty awesome tracking skill, right, Elanion? Yeah. So because of the rain, I'll give you a minus 2 to the roll. Go ahead and give us a tracking check. Let's see how you're able to pick up any tracks around here.
I'm not sure how to do the -2. There we go.
Okay, so it's 13. Yeah. So you find some tracks. It's been 2 days of rain, so you're not sure how far you'll be able to follow these, but if you want to try and follow them, you would be free to do that. This occurred like just near dawn as well too. Okay. So like I rolled randomly to say what time of day it was. Sir Maynard walks over, looks at the broken strap on his helm, and he'll have to try and fix that before the next fracas. You guys want to see the? I like his illustration. This is the Tony Di Terlizzi one from. The Monstrous Manual. All right, so
let's open it up and see if it's got any treasure.
These things are animals. So if
it ate something.
Oh, you open it up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Then absolutely.
Style.
Yeah. You see what do you call it? A fully eaten, man in there. There's a couple prairie dogs. There's a license plate. Would you give me a percentile roll, Arlen? This is your idea. Okay. There is nothing that you wanted to see in there.
All right.
There are some small size, like there's bones and stuff that are almost completely digested of some kind of humanoid. It's probably like a goblin or something, just from the shape of the skull, not human. And then there's maybe, a hoof that hasn't been fully processed yet. But yeah.
We could take. Does any of you guys have like a leatherworking skill that can help us take this hide off? Because I'm sure we could. Maybe we could fashion this into armor with the help of the people at Paul Frey's Keep.
Yeah. That plate behind its head. Oh yeah, like that's with So here's something interesting, Elanion. If just because of your affinity with Earth, I think because of the way you've been describing it, you were trying to go up and look quite closely at the what do you call it? The Earth that this thing passed through. Try and get your track. There is a strangely, there's a strange like softening quality to the earth and stone that's around there. And it's still present in this mud. If you took this stuff, Elanion, like you maybe try and test a theory, you grab some of this earth and you push it up against the rock on the side, and you can feel it starting to soften and dissolve.
Oh, so like it's saliva or spittle will dissolve dirt?
Not sure how it's doing it, but it's because it's the earth itself that you're looking at. That if you take this stuff and you rub it, whatever thing that it either oozes or secretes or whatever that allows it to plunge through this the earth so easily, seems like it's at least still active in some of this earth. So,
a pretty cool old school picture. I don't know if you can see it though. No, you're not gonna
I know which one you're talking about. It's from the original Monster Manual. Yeah, that's
when he's fighting like a whole group of knights almost.
Yeah, the bulla it's a great, and then it's from a weird toy that yeah. Is that in the Monster Manual or is that in DMG?
I don't know for sure. The one I'm thinking of in the Monster Manual that's right at it, what it says it is, he's pushing the tree over.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this one is pretty badass because he's like fighting a group of knights, and one of their horses is on the ground in front of him.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great monster. So, Druin, it's going to take you some time to get this thing off the off of its back, but I mean, Nicholas, once you can convince him to get down from the tree, he needs to do half day's work, so you certainly have enough time to get this thing off. And what a shield this thing could make. Like, really, you really can't wait to get to... you're going to need to treat this thing a little bit. You're right that you need to have someone who's going to know how to properly alchemically treat hides and such. But this is more chitin than it is, like, living flesh. You don't need to worry about it spoiling.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So you carve off that, and the rest of the morning, you guys are only missed an hour of sleep, so I think if you guys want to rest while Nicholas gets to work on finishing the repairs to the boat, in the span of the 5 hours or 6 hours that he has to prep, you guys will have sufficient time to get caught up on your sleep and be ready to travel when he's ready to travel. So
Druin has to pray. Druin has to pray for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Could
He's almost totally tapped out of spells.
is there a way for Elanion to do something else with this dirt, that he can use it for something else, or
what are you thinking?
Cast detect magic, or because I don't really understand. I don't know what you're referring to, but I didn't know if Elanion might be able to figure.
So what is
out.
it? What's confusing about what I described?
Well, I'm not sure what's going on still. I'm confused. Something's happening where the dirt is being softened, or the rock is being softened, that the Bulette was doing somehow, but I don't necessarily know what that is. Is there some kind of Arcana roll, or
nope?
Is there a way that we can see if the saliva from the creature will actually affect the dirt?
The saliva, you do kind of mess around with the mouth. If you guys want to take any souvenir teeth, you are welcome to do that as well too. That's enormously badass souvenir to have. Okay, just checking hit dice here.
Those claws are probably pretty big.
What's that?
Those Bulette claws are probably pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, definitely. So you can't really figure out, Elanion, if you're poking around on its body, that however it does it, you're not quite sure how that actually works. Give us this is an unnatural creature. You got animal lore, right? Yeah, give us an animal lore roll with -8 to your score. Just because it's such a alien thing, I don't know. So that's...
I would miss by 1.
Yeah. So I think you maybe have heard of these things because they're so dangerous. But what you think, whatever has been done to that earth, it still seems to have the qualities, even as the time goes by. If you, by rubbing that earth on rock, it seems to still have, it doesn't move as fast as what a boulet does, but it's almost as if, imagine that you're touching hardened stone, right? Stuff that wouldn't have any give to it whatsoever, but if you rub that mud on it, it's almost like you're pushing into styrofoam.
Okay.
It's
got some... Oh, can I collect some of this, in the saddlebags of Cloud Scale?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
This is how we'll break into the Broken Spire Keep.
You could, if this maintains its magical nature or whatever the thing is, yeah, you absolutely can do that. And the thing is, you don't feel any burning on your hands. So it doesn't seem to be burning your hand in any way, which the saddlebags being made of hide as well, it doesn't seem to have any effect on it either.
Nice.
So if you pack both of them full of it, let's see here. Why don't you give us a 2d4 roll, please? Okay. So you have enough to move through 4 5x5 squares of stone. And if you wanted to extend that out and say only make a 2 foot by 2 or 2.5 by 2.5 foot hole, you could make it 8 long. I don't know, what do you want to call that? Pass mud or something?
It's kind of like a limited pass wall, really.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of the thing.
Okay.
I just call it roulette dirt.
Sure. Okay. Then, guys, anything else you wish to do this morning? Anyone? No one's too badly beaten here.
Have some nice shark steaks, I guess.
Not sure. This would be.
Carnivore.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be like all fucking gristle.
I almost feel like though we might want to collect blood, and maybe the old guy in Thermaster would be interested in that.
Yep.
What
It has
about
a
organs?
way of maybe seeing through stone. Its eyes may have some some use. I don't.
The who was the one, Bergour? What did you use to cut into its stomach?
Just my sword.
Okay. All right. What's the bonus on the sword? +3?
+4.
+4. Holy shit.
And I would try to. I know enough about animals to try to not like actually pierce the stomach until it's kind of like pulled out.
You know enough about animals. You don't know anything about boulets.
Yeah.
So give me a 1d 20 roll, please. High is what you want here.
Not good.
Okay, so your sword has pretty severe pitting on it from its stomach acid. So it actually loses one of its pluses.
Okay.
Yeah, stomach acid in this thing's stomach is pretty awful.
What do we think about making like a travois and then pulling it with Cloud's scale to the to Thermaster?
You got a tree here that you could make that out of, probably. It's for the best that Brent wasn't able to make it tonight because he didn't log in time to see Bergour damage his dead buddy's ancestral sword.
What? You guys think it's worth it to do that, or is there like? I guess I don't know how big the boat is. Would this creature fit on the boat?
This creature is. Let's see here. It usually gives the.
I got the fin shield. That's all I needed. I don't know what the rest of the stuff for there, Elanion.
It's 12 feet long, so it's got to be like thousands of pounds heavy, right?
But that's with all the internal organs and stuff. Is that what you want to bring? All the organs and stuff?
What are you guys thinking?
Well, I don't really know what we want to cut it with again.
It seems
after
like
pitting the sword.
The only reason that we had to check for this because he was specifically checking its gut for what it swallowed, what it ate. That's the only reason that. Yeah, I was really hoping you were going to say your dagger.
Well, I didn't think the dagger have worked because I would have checked with the dagger.
Yeah, dagger. The underside of this thing.
The dagger.
Okay, so your dagger thing is completely destroyed then.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
I thought the dagger wouldn't work. That was why I was.
Nope. The underside of this thing seems to be much softer.
All right.
Yeah.
That's.
So your dagger is destroyed by that, but your longsword is not. Okay, so I'm trying to find a comparable creature. They don't give a weight for this thing, so I'm just trying to find a comparable sized creature and see about.
Hippopotamus.
No, it's bigger than. Oh, it's about the same size as a hippo, actually. Just more armor.
Dense.
Probably like a rhino. What's a rhino weigh? Ugh.
Oh, we could be playing champions right now. I pick up the land shark. Dash boat.
Yeah, and then I use it as a improvised weapon. So, holy shit. A rhino
They're heavy.
is like 2,300 kilograms. So let's just round it down to 2,000. Ooh, Machuba. 4,409 pounds. So this thing's about 2 tons? 4 tons. Good lord. So,
2 tons, 2.5.
It's just metric ton is 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 tons either way. All right. So that does not mean you can't move it. You got more than enough really strong dudes here. So do you want to keep the whole body and try and bring it back? It certainly would make a. You have no idea how fast this thing's going to spoil. And I think. I don't know if you could definitely fit that weight on the barge. I'm trying to decide if you think you could have both that and cloud scale on there at the same time, but cloud scale would definitely be able to keep pace with this thing with Elanion riding on the back. So if Elanion wanted to ride on the shore and just kind of trot along with it, then
This is great. We've definitely moved into the area of high fantasy. These are days of high adventure.
So what? One thing you would know as well too, Elanion, is that you're probably not going to want to, without more time with cloud scale and stuff. It's probably not a good idea to bring him into town. Unlikely he could be trusted in that kind of environment. But bless you.
Thank you. I might stay outside of town anyway. I like staying outside of town. So
okay. So what are you guys thinking? Anything further you want to do in the morning? You got about. I know Druin's going to have to prep some spells. The rest of you guys need to catch another an hour's worth of Z's. But you'd have 3 hours for Bergour, for Calidor. What are you thinking? Elanion, how much time do you need to prep your spells?
I have no idea. I don't know what the rules are for that.
10 minutes per level, I believe. Is that right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
10 minutes per level per spell.
Does Sir Arthurius have a strength bonus for his attacks?
I
Half
think
hour.
he does.
I'll just put him on my character sheet,
Sure.
make it easier to roll.
Yeah, Sir Arturius. No, he does not.
Okay, so he's just got a 17 Thaco and a +1 sword.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And then Sir Reynard likewise does not have a bonus to hit, but his AC is a little lower, and he has the longsword. Oh. Each has a magic item, though.
We kept him alive.
Yeah, you guys didn't lose anybody today. That's terrific. Man, that was close for Max, though. Holy hell.
Oh, yeah, we have to use 2 points to keep him alive.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, once this sort of initial shock of this goes over, I think that, there's probably a bit of celebration that takes place here. Max is, so when morning comes, you got your spells prepped. Max is still keen on running back, and
So does everybody get 2 hit points overnight from Druin having healing and
Yep.
but not herbalism?
Yep. So I think that's, actually, Barry, you were down. Okay. I'll mark another day off in the calendar. Farm. It's raining today. Again. Wind's blowing, but not too bad.
Okay, Calidor, or Jeff, I'm healing Max.
Okay.
Holy hell.
How's he doing now?
His character sheet got moved off the freaking thing.
What happened?
The top of it is off the top of the screen, so I can't see the top of it. I don't know how I did that.
Does that help, Jeff? I'm hitting.
Maybe I can close it.
I have that happen in Windows.
Someone else heal him? What the heck?
His
The window-
token. You can add to his token directly.
Oh, yeah, I could do it on his token. That's true.
Okay. So then, guys, pack up. Let's see what's happening today.
Okay, so heal them for 19.
Yeah. And then he gets +2 back. Everybody gets +2 back overnight.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And
Okay.
so he's still... Oh, so 6 + 19, so we get 25.
All right. Let's see here. Who hasn't done anything for a bit here?
I'll be back off some cure lights on Max, too.
Hobbs, why don't you give us a D8 roll, please?
Well, there we go.
Interesting. I need to run to the washroom quickly.
Weak sauce.
Way
I'll
too
use
much.
my lose.
And then. Let's see here.
All right, I'll stop there.
Here we go.
Ah, screw it. One more. There we go. So he gets another 11.
Understand. $11?
What's happening here, Jeff?
I don't know. Just doing
Druin
it.
just healed Max for another 11, so he's almost full.
Okay. Holy hell, guys. All right. So Max is quite happy. And yeah, he thanks you guys. He says that he'll, hopes you travel safely. He jokes that with him off the boat, maybe you'll have room for, and he gestures at the boulet.
Do you think one of the paladins would heal Sir Reynard?
Sir Reynard is...
Yeah, Reynard could probably heal himself
Yeah.
with
Okay.
another lay on hands, and that would get him up to full.
Max is gone. And morning comes, oopsies, to... There we go. All right. So then, guys, Nicholas finishes off the repairs that are needed to the boat. You guys are ready to head off again. And let's see here. Where? Okay. Yeah. Then it is. Time for you guys to get on back on the boat, I guess, with your spoils. Do you want to be on this side, this bank, or the other bank, Elanion?
This side.
This side? Okay. So let's move the boat back into the river here. Whoop. The old belay on there. The rest of you guys on the boat. Nicholas, don't. Sartorius. Put the sucker to the back. Oh, shit. There we go.
Sunk.
Yeah. Exactly. This was a terrible idea. Whose idea was it to put a giant 2-ton monster on here? All right, Cal, or you were on the boat as well, too. So it's a little cramped, but you guys will
Eat a light breakfast, guys.
All right. Ooh.
Don't eat a big breakfast. You don't need the extra weight.
Yeah, really. All right, so you guys are all on there, and this thing is ready to go. Okay, so let's... Oh, there's a dwarf. So there's a goblin floating in the river, as is a gnome.
Hey, Dorman, you floating downstream?
Oh, gosh.
He's got levitate, though.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so guys...
I think that pick is like in the cover page, actually, of Monster Manual 1.
Oh, is it?
It's like
Okay.
Maybe at the bottom or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's right.
Such a badass picture.
Love it. Okay. So then, guys, the rain carries on, and you guys are able to trot your way down the river. Now, amount of distance you're going to be able to move here. Let's see here. Probably to about half. Normally you get to about the redwoods, so you're going to get about halfway there. With the amount of, boulays and or land sharks and orcs and whatnot that you guys have been encountering, Nicholas is wondering if you want to carry on through the night. It's less safe to do it that way. Oh, yes, Elanion's trotting alongside. You don't want to lose track of him along the river.
He's probably thinking, this is the most trouble I've ever had. You guys are the worst luck ever.
Oh, yeah. He can't wait to be rid of you guys. It's like you're beginning to suspect that it's not so much that you were heroes, it's that you have terrible luck and bad shit happens to you over and over again.
Very much.
It just so happens that you happen to be in the way of bad stuff when it's affecting other people, so that by default makes you heroes. I'm kidding, of course. He can't believe that you lived through that. He's going to be dining on that. If you are okay with him taking one, he took a boule tooth as well too, and you can believe that he's going to be wearing that proudly on the outside.
Does anybody else want a claw? Because Druin wanted a claw.
We got the whole thing, so we can parcel it out.
So you guys are there, and let's see here.
These saddlebags of dirt I'm really proud of. I really am a dirt elf.
You really are. What's that you got going there, Elanion? It's dirt. Yeah, you just you carry on. That'll count
dirt
as your
from
share.
The element plane of earth.
All right. So then, guys, what you pass along the way is trying out a new encounter table for you guys, and it is not easy to navigate. Wow. All right. Not crazy about that encounter chart any longer. So what you find is whether it's the smell or the drippings from this thing that just happens to be going over the side, you're finding like flocks of birds are following behind you guys. So you have birds that are flying above the boat, tracking you along. So anyone who would be keen to see such things would probably would pick it up, though of course they would think it'd be something on the shore. But otherwise the day is uneventful, so as you're bedding down for the evening, you have another day's travel ahead of you. You guys have a chance to reflect back on the events of the last 24 hours. And as you guys are sitting down for meals, once again, I'm assuming, even though he's off camera, Dorman, you can smell Dorman's aromatic cooking. He's certain that at least he can test some of this food in a broth, or some of the meat from the thing in a broth, and maybe it'll give it a flavor. What is Druin thinking as he's sitting around the fire? Like, how? And any of you guys can feel free to jump in on this. How's it? What's going through everyone's mind having faced this, like, probably the most significant threat you guys have faced since Malfeshnakor?
Feels good to not them with measly orcs again.
Or the stone giants. I mean,
you guys made pretty fast work of the stone giants. They really didn't, because of spellcasters.
Only because we used the water against the lake against them.
Oh, you mean the actual? Yeah. I thought you meant when you showed up and helped that one stone giant who was getting killed.
Drop the lake on him.
Yeah. What's going through? This is, how does Bergour view this kind of threat? Is this like another notch on his belt, or is this just like, boy, I came pretty close to dying, and this is just the consequence of the life that I've chosen?
Well, Bergour, I mean, he's already talked about his plan to join Dune and be on his side, since it seems like he's in need of good help. So this is just another sign that the gods, when they designed this world, really, fucking stacked the scales on the wrong direction, and maybe we should join the side that seems to have all the big bad monsters instead of on the side of the weak little peasants.
Does he see this as a manifestation of Dune as well?
No, he just thinks that all the big bad monsters seem to be way tougher than all the weak little peasants, and maybe we should be on their side.
Okay.
Oh, God.
A little metagamey, but what about everyone else?
I think Elanion is more interested in trying to figure out where one of these creatures fits into the past ancestral milieu of his people.
Yeah. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Working on it. My intelligence is actually that good. Oh, it is.
Yeah, you're 19
so
though. All right, so you got nothing you can think of. So you're reflecting on whether this thing. I mean, it is a creature of earth and stone. It's not like it's made of flesh and blood, but it definitely its environment is much deeper regions than what, or at least beneath the surface than what most surface creatures are. Calder, what's his?
I don't know. I think he's once again getting that feeling he really just wants to get out of the wilderness and back into some civilization, sleep in a bed, eat cooked meals. That's where his thoughts are as this day is ending.
Okay. And we'll end on Druin.
Sure.
Interesting. Yeah. And Druin?
I think Druin's got the shield thing, so whatever, the rest of you, that's not a big deal, but he's worried about Max. He's not going to tell anybody, and he defended Max's decision because it's kind of like, yeah, let the kid grow up, let him take risks, let him do what is right, and he understands the whole defending family, but in the back of his head, he's like, he's got to go up and down the coast, and he could run into a bunch of orcs, there could be shamans there, all sorts of shit could happen to this kid on the way back to Thurmaster, and none of us will be there to help him, so yeah, he's just maybe looks back every once in a while down the river and past the birds, past the carnage, and
one interesting thing too is that Druin knows he can make this, and mechanically, guys, it's going to be a shield of between +1 and +3, so it's a really impressive fucking thing. But the cool thing is, because of his worship, Druin can't wield it. So he's been thinking of making this thing as a gift, I imagine.
Yeah, it's definitely not for me. It's some one of these guys, maybe, or maybe if the shield is better, one of these guys takes it, and then we gift one of the shields that we've got, or I don't know.
It's definitely Calidor. Your shield is already a +4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Bergour, yours is what, +1?
Mine's just a +1. I said just, it is still a magic +1 shield. And I'd like to respond to the comment about that it's metagamey. It's actually just theodicy, but Bergour doesn't have a philosophy degree, so this is his coming to terms with the problem of evil in the world.
There you go. Okay. All right. Then, guys, with that, let's bring it to the end of our session of 91. Let's award some XP here. Those of you who are warriors, you have defeated 9 hit dice worth of adversaries today.
That was the toughest 9 hit dice we've ever fought.
Yeah. When I saw that it only had 9, I'm like, it's because its armor class is -2. And it does just an ungodly amount of damage. So let's see here. How no astonishing fortune left?
No astonishing fortune.
Okay. And I'm gonna give you a RP bonus too with what you were how you were trying to help the farmers too with the whole hiring thing. I know I kind of poo-pooed the idea just with the logistics of it, but it was a good idea. And there's 5 of you guys today, including Max. So guys, before any XP bonuses, and including you got XP for identifying the Orcish combat drugs. You guys gained a total of, or each, I should say, 1,448 XP. 1448. Let me adjust old Maxi boy here. I think Max is finally below 2,000 for XP as well. Oh, way below it. Holy shit, he's only 15,000 before he hits the 14,000 and change now before he hits regular monsters. And he's no longer...
I don't know if this has ever happened, but I got more experience from my Allegor class today than I did from my warrior class.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there. Cast a shitload of spells and didn't get a lot of HD.
What? Yeah, like some of these things, the more challenging monsters, like they're not, the hit dice for them is not going to keep going up. Like one dragon doesn't have like 60 hit dice, but the ways you can affect them it's a lot harder because of magic resistance and low armor class and stuff like that. So it just becomes a more challenging adversaries to go down, which is interesting because I mean it allows those fighters, because of the class base, to get those levels early on, so you can last in the fights and keep the wizards safe. Pretty cool. All right, guys. So then with that, we'll bring the session to an end. No one dinged today, I don't think. No. All right. Then with that, we will say to those listening at home. Oh, hit dice defeated was 9. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us for this most recent session of our Night Below campaign. First time I have had a chance to use a land shark or a boulet in a game, so that was pretty fucking awesome. Did it feel scary?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Okay.
Just what killed Max in one round.
Well, I was going to kill Sir.
It's on one guy.
Yeah, I almost killed Sir Arturus, or Sir Reynard in one round too. Yeah.
Well, it's like 4d12, 3d6, 3d6.
46, 3d6. So it has, when it leaps like that, it has 4 attacks at 3d6 damage each, and a bite that does 4d6 damage.
It's like in first edition, the Beulay's bite did 4d12. 4 to 48 points of damage.
Holy shit. Did I do it wrong?
No, I know
I did. No, I did. I did it wrong. Yeah. It should have been doing 4d12. It is 4d12. Yeah, I said the math wrong. So it should have killed him. Holy shit. Can you imagine? Good lord. What would that...
Anyway.
Yeah, that would have been... Oh my goodness.
4d12. D12s are terrible for rolling damage, though. So those might have been rolling.
Real swingy. Oh man, so that may have been... That's what our ending thing is. I guess the circumference of the bite, it seems pretty small. This couldn't possibly be our boulet. And we see in the film version an even bigger fin come out of the surface. Awesome. Thanks, Hobbs. What a much... Now I'll really give it a Jaws treatment here. Okay, so as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game we played, or the campaign, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. I'm going to get caught up in our comments this weekend. In addition, you can find a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server. You are more than welcome to join us over there. We have channels dedicated to all of the campaigns we run on the channel, most editions of D&D, and a bunch of other stuff, including finding a group, including discussing tons of great discussion of a bunch of different kinds of games, a bunch of editions of D&D, find a virtual tabletop channel as well. And my favorite is a Dungeon Dogs channel where we share pictures of our pets. So you are more than welcome to join us over there. Lots of great people, lots of great conversations. There is also a link in the description of the video to the charity fundraising campaign that our channel runs, which benefits... so the charity campaign is called Heroes Save Villages. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, which is active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. And from now until April 1st, 2021, for every $25 Canadian that you donate, you will get one chance to win one of the very awesome prizes we have in the first, our first sort of, not quarter, but the first charity raffle that we're running for the year. The grand prize for the raffle is a brand new Platinum Edition Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden box set, supplied to us by our good friends at Beetle and Grimm's. This is about a $500 US product, and it's so fucking cool. There's another video on the channel that shows you what's in there, but for every $25 Canadian that you donate, you get one chance to win that sucker, and if you don't win the grand prize, there's still a second prize, which is the silver edition of the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden box set, also donated by our very good friends at Beetle and Grimm. If you're not familiar with these box sets, they are just incredible. If you're a fan of old school stuff, if you think of like the old setting box sets, but way more sturdy, much cooler stuff inside, they're just amazing. And even if you play an old school system like AD&D Second, like I do, you can still use about 90% of the content of this thing. So it's a really, really cool prize. Between now and then, we'll announce what other prizes will be available. We're going to have some stuff that's going to be from the Dungeon Musings Redbubble store. So you're going to have some T-shirts, some posters that will also be up for prizes. So even if you don't win that, and coming very, very soon, I'm going to be shooting a video that'll tell you what other cool stuff you can do with your prizes. There's some other neat options, including dictating what kind of charity games we're going to be running in the coming months. So you get a chance to participate with the channel, you get a chance to win some awesome gaming stuff, and best of all, you get to help some kids who really could use some help. So you can find a link to that in the description of the video. The last thing I will say... Oh, you can also reach me if you have any comments or questions on Twitter at Dungeon Musings and by email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. Last thing I'm going to say, and then I'll let these guys go before everyone falls asleep to the sound of rain, is a huge thank you to the players. So, Dave, Jeff, Hobbs, and Arlen, thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. This was great. It was great to have your first encounter with a young boule. I really look forward to bringing that mama down on you in the near future. So thank you, guys. And with that, I will say goodnight. For those listening at home, if you are joining us during live or during the current crisis, yeah, Anna says hi to everyone as well, too. I hope this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. I know 2021 it's great to be into a brand new year, but it is looking an awful lot like what 2020 looked like. We hope that we've given you a couple of hours of time to turn your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes keep getting themselves into. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.